afternoon, everyone. Welcome to episode 29 of Starbase Expanded. Today, we have Darth Lawrence joining us. Darth, how are you today?
I'm good. How's everybody today?
Sure. And also joining us, we have Evented.
Hey, good day. Should be doing some questions and some donations for y'all. So if y'all got questions, put them in the chat. I'll try to hit them up best I can.
So, anything exciting happening this week, Darth, that you know of?
Well, supposedly there's some rumor or something about maybe a possible launch on Thursday.
And
Something about a booster that's currently sitting on a transport stand in Mega Bay 1. You know, stuff like that.
waiting to roll out a little bit later this evening.
Yep.
Any
Never
ideas?
heard such a thing.
It's crazy, right? Any ideas on what the little bit of testings are planning for tomorrow?
My speculation is it's going to be an igniter test for the engines that were swapped out.
Interesting. So, this week we have fewer photos since the flyover was from the last launch attempt. So, because of that, RGV wasn't able to fly as many of the locations as we normally get to get some over coverage from. So, is this a brown lot? I always forget which lot.
WW
Yeah.
Steel.
WW Steel, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're down to the bulk of Go steel is out, and quite a bit's already loaded up on their trailers. Let's see what to. Okay, then this one is which lot? I should know these things. Feel so bad.
The brown lot.
Okay, so second one, first. Never mind. So for the pump station, looks like they've sodded the site. So can we spy? What I have suspicions that their pumps are hiding under this little shed there and not where we originally were speculating earlier.
So the
Yeah.
pump house is the fake house, and the actual pumps are somewhere else. That's a diversion house. I like it.
Yeah. Because they seem to have laid out all the plumbing here fairly quickly before we got up. And let's see. Don't remember if there's a whole lot have changed here other than the cladding crew is just quickly exhausting most of their stores.
Is the box fan still there?
Of course. Of course it is. Where else would it be, dudes?
It's legendary. It's an actual box.
Yes. Uh-oh. Now I'm sad. I thought these were for something completely different.
Those
Oh, well.
pipes are weird. They've been sitting there for a long time. They got that weird tapered end on it too. So yeah.
Curious. Yeah, I originally thought they were for the new deluge for pad scraps, but obviously I was wrong again. So, let's see, what are we? Yeah, just more.
Was that
Anybody
Still
go on darts?
I was gonna say we still want to know what are in those boxes with the blue tarps.
These ones?
Yeah, up in the upper right there.
Yeah.
I would love to know what's in those boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. Hmm. Staring at Florida tarps isn't going to help us. Um, Interesting. Oh, why do they have an argon tank? Thought they're
Welding?
thought they were done with all this pesky welding that they like doing.
Second weld?
Exactly. Any ideas? The mystery. Gigabay. Stainless pipes.
Well, they're gonna have to run some commodities in there. Just saying. The way we've seen them do pressurizing in the two bays already.
Hmm.
Well, and I
Yeah.
think we originally thought that they might be for stormwater runoff, but apparently those are different pipes.
Looks like they're using
Yeah,
PVCs for those standpipes and Gigabay.
Right.
Matt, I didn't even know you were here. So
Who'd you
delayed
think was talking?
introduction.
I came in very late. I just happened to just get done with breakfast and I jumped in and I saw that the intro was running. So I was like, ooh, gotta go.
Ah, at least somebody
glad you're
needs.
here.
Let's see. Yeah, Matt, you've been following these a lot closer than I have lately. Look, look.
I have to turn off my beeps and boops. There's not a whole lot going on here, honestly, other than the Gigabay cladding being, yeah, all that stuff. And then we had like a section that's kind of been blocked off over in that new parking area. But I'm not exactly sure what they are holding in that area specifically.
Wait, dudes, how long have we had the motor next to the pump next to your fan?
Months?
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
no, it's all
The
good.
little things I get excited over.
It is very interesting when we saw it, I will be honest. We had that exact reaction.
Where
See
have
the
I
tape around
been
that pipe?
on this one? Or
No, the other images. The one I was talking about is just the random two large. Yeah,
yeah, yeah, it's the flanges.
yeah.
Well, one guy has a flange. Yeah, I think both of them do. Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Scrap probably.
Yeah. Don't know.
No, those two kind of remind me of the nitrogen pipes in
The,
the bunker.
the big purge lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think we should remember that in the back of our heads for when we hit the ground photos.
They're just building 1/64th scales of the Starship so that they can launch it at the school.
It's a student project. Yes.
I like this
Exactly.
plan. I can get completely behind this crazy idea. Something I would do.
So speaking of getting behind this idea, we got Martin with a coffee and $2 a pound. And then we have converted hydrogen saying super chat, which I find funny, for I believe the Australian dollar for $50.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you want to jump around for questions, or you want to just kind of wait until we're in that vicinity?
You know me, questions anytime because we're a little light on expand aerial areas for this week.
Okay. Well,
So
let's go kind of in some order. So, Senti Droid was asking about full WR tomorrow, laughing out loud, or static fire for the booster or ship, I guess.
for Maximo and lulls, I'm really for a static fire tomorrow, but don't believe me.
Yeah, everything's pointing to an igniter test tomorrow. Just with the way the rollouts have been scheduled and everything. And the fact that they've already scheduled, looks like 21 to roll back tomorrow when they were originally planning on rolling the ship back. So we just got to keep our eyes on vehicle movements in the next 24 hours.
Has the 11K was getting ready to take a nap this afternoon, wasn't it? Or is it still up?
No, it's already down.
Hmm.
And it's funny because today speaking of 11Ks, they moved the SpaceX's LR-11K's A-frame to the launch site today. So we can expect that thing to start getting back together soon.
I'll laugh at if they put it together and take it to the ASU, but
That
yes,
would be funny.
it's a whole lot of gigabase steel.
And technical question, if you're up for it, Caspa X is asking, can you explain the purpose of the new liquid vapor tanks? Do they allow for more LOX reclaiming instead of just venting it all out? Thanks.
Yes, they're primarily, let's see. Unfortunately, did not load more photos from previous weeks which shows them a bit better, and the ground photos just catch the corner of it. But essentially, yeah, they when they were commissioning the tank farm, these first two tanks, they were capturing the liquid vapor, LOX liquid vapor return from the pumps, and then later from the pad. And subsequently, yeah, that's what these two tanks have assumed that role now. So the short-lived LOX cannons, let's take a moment, silence, are no more. And quite possibly by the next launch, they'll have had time to, they've put in plumbing that looks very highly suspicious that they're also going to capture the, essentially the quench and bleed line from the tower as well. So this vent here is probably not long for this world, and most of our activity will this one when they do the final pushbacks of the propellants after when they're closing out the ship will probably be the first time we'll get some waterfall action off of the tower. Not on this launch, but in probably 14 or definitely by 15. So yeah, that's pretty much what's happening here. And then of course these two later in a bit when we get to some ground photos are all plumbed into the nitrogen side. So there's that. Hopefully that covered everything.
Yeah, I was thinking that LOX cannons can get an upgrade to CH4 cannons, and they would just use that as the burn-off flare stacks for like the LNG plant or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tempt me with a good time like that, dude. So that's I'm a simple man. Fire, then explosions.
Fire.
So, yeah. Speaking of our favorite LNG plant. Yes. I want one of these over at Starbase. No other reason for they're going to be cool. But
Can we get a donation fund of to fly at night when that's burning? I'm in.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yep.
does Sapphire Cam still work?
Yeah.
just point it this way and it'll be spectacular. Let's see. As we jump around over to the port and to LNG site.
Yeah, just to
No.
clarify, this is the Rio Grande LNG for anybody curious. Not to be confused with some other LNG site.
You mean like the one that should be somewhere this area-ish?
Yeah.
Tejas?
Tejas, yeah.
Speaking of,
Tamales? Oh.
no,
Oh.
no. Dids, do you want?
Oh, actually, I think funny enough, I was looking at this, and I was like, "Wait, is this where you pulled the pipeline thing from?" Because I think it was. Anyways,
Yes, it was
yeah.
because yeah.
As you can tell, this was from 2015 as the date or March 2016. Sorry. This is how far back Texas LNG goes, and they have been on a tirade of just trying to get all of their paperwork and lawsuits and everything in a row, and all of this effort for making super green LNG, whatever that means. And they have the preservation that they have done, all of this documents, and they have all the pipelines, and they have super detailed and listed out everything about it. And they have finally got the approval to maybe start, and we were expecting them to start here pretty soon. This is why I'm talking about it, and we haven't really talked about it before because there was nothing going on forever. So this is going to be kind of the layout, if you will. Right now we're looking, if you were looking, brown ship channel to the right there. So we're looking to the top of this, and right below this would be the Rio Grande LNG, just to kind of orient everybody. This is the pipeline, so this is another great example of that. To the right there with the yellow is where they're expected to go. And this is the pipeline interconnect that they're going to be running. I forget which one it was running from, I'll be honest. I thought it was the basin one. There's about two coming down.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
There's-
we've seen the listings from the port for the lease, and I think this is now their fourth lease because they've been going so long. And they are finally set off a start. And basically, just to compare this is going to do a whopping 4 million tons per year versus one train of what Rio Grande is going to be doing, which is 6, and they're planning on having probably upwards to 8, if not 10 trains. So a little bit difference in size scaling, but otherwise basic kind of concept. You know, it's lacking here. Not seeing a giant flame stadium. You know, kind of disappointed in that. I'm not seeing that.
It is a little sad.
Yeah, I guess that's not very green, to be fair.
No, but again, here for the excitement, not necessarily. Never mind. So yeah, so it's up here, I think, is where they're developing it.
Well, hopefully we see something action-wise, but yeah, yeah, it's been quite a while.
Yeah, it's one of those. I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, and on Rio Grande LNG, I've said this before, but they are expecting, and it seems like they're on track, by the way. They are expecting first gas end of year, which should mean we see flame out the stadium end of year. Now, they're not expected to actually start until the first half of the next year's actual production and LNG and that kind of stuff. But gas testing to test out all of the train elements, all of the what they have to get rid of the gas, the acids parts, just the waste of it, the butanes, everything else they got to burn off and get rid of. So that should all be doing the end of this year, which would be exciting.
The host of stripping columns they have across here and here.
If they sell more of those starship-shaped lighters, they can just use the butane there.
Speaking of, I need a refill one.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yes. You know, I got excited when I saw this little bit of clearing and excavator. But I don't think it's far enough south for SpaceX's for Starpipe.
Yeah, it's not. It's so from this angle, there is a bridge and a channel that's cut through there, and it's on the other side of that.
Yeah.
If we keep going south, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this week we had a whole lot of those, unfortunately. But since we're on the port, let's see. So,
Hey, this one's cool. So we've talked about this before too. This is Saronic, and they have finally decided that Port of Brownsville is going to be their port alpha. They were looking around different sites, but they have determined this was going to be it. They got the lease we had talked about a week ago with the Port of Brownsville, and this is going to be, I think, 835 acres for their what I interpreting right now is probably just starting off with some really small kind of drone style boats, something small.
Right.
But as you see in this picture, we're looking at some massive boats, 700 to 1100 feet. I really want to see their Marauder ship come into play. But this is this is going to be their manufacturing facility, and you can kind of zoom in this photo, and they're just going to be pumping out little sections of this little situation. I'm not entirely sure the entire process, if this is the demo or if this is how they're going to be putting together. Kind of neat. We'll have to obviously wait and see. Right now, it is a literal dredge workings of sand and nothingness. So yeah, it's a great little map, Saronic right there. That big area we have. I also drew on here just for references, like the star pipe, kind of, just hand drawn, so
right.
people can get kind of a mindset about that as well.
So we get to see them build a ceramic place.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, we
reading
got.
about. Go on.
Good. Oh, I was gonna
Not
say we have a lot going on here. We Saronic Spaceport Dock. We have the Texas LNG, and there's gonna be a couple other comeuppance, if you will, a little bit up the port that they're filling in. So it's gonna be a busy port. So
Yeah.
what was this one for?
so this is actually a discontinuous concept. This is actually the highway. I've been waiting on this forever and ever and ever. As you can see down below there, the last filing was what, 605. When if you looked at like Starbase's, 607 was when they approved it, but this one 605, they didn't approve this sucker until 717. And this is for the highway expansion for Highway 4, and this is specifically for the wetlands part of it. Obviously, there's a couple different parts, but this is more or less specifically for the wetlands, as the other part is just easement that they can just build on and don't have to really worry about anything.
So we're finally going to get the whole road project started, and
Well, we're waiting on the second thing, which is they have to withdraw credits, which they have not done.
that'll be exciting because,
So
yeah, that land bank is curious.
they got a sweetheart of a deal, which I believe it turned out to being 40 credits of what is effectively wind tidal flats, which I think that I don't even remember. There's like 600. There's so many credits of that nonsense in that bank, which was obviously not the same as wetlands, which some people in the fishery department did not really like, but that's just how it went down.
Hmm. Curious. And I mean, as long as we're going through yours.
Oh, that's just the image of Saronic's current progress, as you can tell, lacking a little bit. And just to clarify a little bit, Saronic is going to be what is basically like a fast intercept boat slash military boat slash other kind of military or maybe some lesser civilian kind of stuff. But it's basically a military operational site kind of thing.
Yeah, it's something like a, was it $3.4 billion project or something obnoxious?
Oh yes, yeah. We because military's got the money, so yeah, absolutely.
Right. So, and of course, the land swap, everybody's favorite.
Yeah, so this is fascinating. We finally got some information via a lawsuit, albeit, but we finally got some information, and this is about the land swap for Massey's. And as we all remember, the original land was supposed to be for fish and wildlife, and you can see at the top left, Laguna Heights parcel. That was going to be exchanged for the area that was fish and wildlife for state around the launch site. That deal went through, and then all of a sudden, SpaceX backed out. No idea why. Never had anything to mention. Well, along comes this one, and all of a sudden, they were talking about a big game in the news about, oh yeah, they're going to expand the launch site. But the problem was this was for the federal side, which was not around the launch site. So we kind of guessed that this was going to be more or less Massey area, as you can see in the red there. And this is effectively what's going on at some point. Now, what I was originally saying is I was shocked at the lawsuit that they did not have a preliminary injunction, because that was kind of the whole point. Otherwise, it was going to go through. And lo and behold, the other day drops a preliminary injunction. So we now have some deets from that preliminary injunction, which is actually good for us. We now have some dates, and we can now establish that the go-to date that everybody wants to know about is August 12th, pending the preliminary injunction being dismissed, which seems like right now, I'm not sure what the judge will do, but there's seems like I don't know they're going to get approved on the basis of the couple components of historical and a person walking the lomas for impacts.
Yeah, there's some entertaining verbiage in their suit, I have to
So,
say.
yes. And on that last one you saw, as everybody says, a lawyer decided to call it a space shuttle launch site, is what the original idea. Now, of course, everybody knows in here that it was actually going to be a Falcon Heavy site, is what the whole entire idea in 2015. There was this famous picture of Elon with like golden shovels breaking ground and yada, yada, yada. But anyway, so in this one, I posted this because it specifically says the timing. So we have May 21st as the original approval, but apparently has to go through the director because of the size of it for July 13th. And then there's a 30-day waiting period or grace period from that. So you just extrapolate that and you get to August 12th. That's really what that's about. And then the rest of it, which is like, I forget how many pages of it was, 50 pages, was a whole bunch of, interesting things that were interesting noted, such as this was originally a shuttle launch site, which it never was. So
Yeah,
And who was it that brought this injunction up?
that's a great question, actually. It's not your normal characters.
Safe RGV was all over his suit.
Yeah, but this was
Mary?
Center for Biological Diversity.
So
Yeah.
CBD.
Oh, you know what? I take that all back. Save RGB is the second one, so they're right there.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Mhm.
It's the normal characters, but the main one was different. The Center for Biological Diversity. I guess they thought, maybe they're getting tired of us, so we'll have a different person be the main.
Yeah, and let's see, was there anything else with the land swap? And so, let's see. I guess we could go to some ground photos.
And real quickly, we have a $10 ruse for the next flight from Nadi with the Aussie dollar ruse.
Any questions?
And we have the obvious, speculation and other things, but Yadzada not really asking a question, but asking a question. Approval to start, approval to maybe start. Yep, that's bureaucracy, and that's a reference to the Texas LNG, which is just how bureaucracy works. We do have all for one X. I should look up what that actually is. All for one X. Have SpaceX said anything recently about the Louisiana sites? Like, what are they naming it to begin with? Thanks.
Swamp Base Alpha.
Yeah,
It has a star in it, though, right?
Star Swamp?
Yeah,
Star Swamp.
Yes. I can kind of get behind that.
Star Swamp Alpha XAI. XIA star.
XI presents.
Yeah, go ahead,
Formerly
Darth.
known as.
If you wanna say it, Darth.
Starbase Bayou.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say okay. So just to clarify the question here, Starface by you.
I kind of like
Um,
that one best. Not gonna lie.
So I am actively waiting for any sort of deeds to drop and everything else. I'll be honest. Normally, when we see deeds, they're about a month late. So when we see them around here at Starbase, they've already cleared the land and everything else, and that's how we kind of know. But we see the deed maybe 30 days later. So as far as I know right now, Exxon still owns all of that land. There's nothing changed. There's been no hoopla. No one's actually been shouting from the rooftops and anything else like that yet. So my expectation is they're still looking and or making deals in the background because it's not just about getting the land, it's also then being able to build on the land. So it's kind of a dual purpose of getting all of their regulations in a row and then also getting the land. So it's kind of a dual thing.
Yeah, isn't there going to have to be a lot of surveying done
Oh yeah.
to make sure that
It's
viable?
wetland, all kinds of lands, refugees lands and everything else. So yep. Star Bayou.
Star Bayou.
And Martin saying, remember to hit that like button with a $5 pound donation.
Thank you, Martin.
Thank you, thank you.
And you ready for the next question?
Of course.
Oh, okay. Just make sure.
No, I'm not.
We didn't have any more star names that we were coming up with. Nate the Great asking, what do you think SpaceX will do for B-20 when it gets to the pad? And igniter test or full static fire? Also, do you think SpaceX will tell us what happened on the first launch attempt? Nice work.
Yeah, I'm still going with igniter test tomorrow, and I have a feeling they will give us vague information on the next launch attempt.
Yeah. I mean, the one elephant in the room about why it won't be a static fire is purely regulatory. You can't, if you do static fire with the FTS installed, it falls under the FAA as a launch operation. So haven't done jump through those hurdles previously, so it's probably unlikely that it'll be one tomorrow for those reasons. And yeah, and then splitting hairs between doing a fin prime versus a igniter test. If you do both, you end up with static fire. So probably an igniter test is a best bet. Because if you stop and think about it, the plumbing's already the aft plumbing was validated when they did the original. The only thing that's changed out is the Raptors. So the plumbing should if it was good previously, it should be good now. So the most likely outcome is just testing what's changed, which would be igniter test. So there's that.
Yeah, the fact that we've seen a lot of the Raptors, at least 4, I believe, were spotted at McGregor that were previously on B-20 during the launch attempt. So they took them back to test them to find out.
The ones that have been seen at McGregor, were any of the ones that the graphic showed as not starting, or
I believe 3 of the 4 were non-starting, and one from the outer ring, which was curious.
Yeah, the little aero covers they put on those outer ring engines Raptors didn't seem to want to stay on very well.
They were
So
actually
several-
missing when they put the booster on.
Oh, they
Go
were?
back and look. Yeah. There were certain engines missed. The ones below the chines were missing the area covers.
Interesting.
Yep.
So they're purely optional at this point.
Yeah, I can see how the ones below the chines, they may not have felt they were needed, with the chines taking most of the aerodynamic forces.
So, anything else, dudes?
Well, we do have a booster on the move, but it's going to be sitting like it normally does, because as they normally do, for whatever reason nowadays, it just whip it out and then they go mess with the top of it and check it out and get all the hardware that they need off of that, and then they'll finally move it here. And we'll just say we'll give them some credit and say they'll move a little bit after their scheduled 8 o'clock.
So whip it out, check it out, roll it out.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering in that process of whip it out, check it out, and roll it out, are they going to do that same thing when Gigabay is around? Because they should be able to not have to mess around so much with the door clearance and then the configuration of how they're lifting and moving it. So
Yeah, presumably they'll not have to clock it that weird angle.
Yeah, it should be just a straight rollout versus the 45 that they're, or whatever it is that they're having to do for the grid fin clearance out of the bay.
Well, and they should be able to do all of their checks and everything while it's still in the bay too, I'd imagine. So that way, as soon as the doors open, they just roll straight out to the pad.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they'll be able to eliminate a lot of these extra processes they have to do with the Mega Bay constraints, both for ship and booster.
That's right. We still have a couple places left to do at the. Sorry, I'm just ADDing in the background.
Squirrel!
Guilty.
No way.
Oh, are we going to get a picture change? Oh, yeah.
I mean, I just remembered we haven't looked at the apartment building yet. Sorry. And we have a couple shots of the. What's the official name? Because I keep calling it the Rocket Garden, which it's not.
Starship Park.
Guess we'll start there.
well,
So
if we're going to start there, we do
we
have
could.
a question.
Yes.
So Brian Aries asking, what are your thoughts on the visitor center? Do you think they will put B12 on one side and Ship 4 on the other side, and then put the HLS nose cone on top of the structure? I'm assuming he's meaning this, but also it'd be kind of funny if they put it in front of the office. So.
I would
Got it.
say yes, yes, and no.
So, yeah, B12 on one side, ship 20 on the other, and then the HLS nose cone. I think they don't want people near that. They really
Yeah.
don't want people near that.
Yeah, I don't think that'll come over here, but the other two, probably.
Speaking of, so they've. Looks like we're going to have another building over here. See the rebar dipping down along the edge and around the squares that they put in is generally a good sign that there's going to be a grade beam around in there. So that's kind of indicate there's going to be some sort of structure on top of it.
Are those PVC pipes where we see vertical in there?
They are, which I can't.
So bathrooms?
Bathrooms, yeah, that'd be my guess.
Yeah.
Why the center
Yeah.
thing though? Is that where the bathroom tank is going, and they needed an extra supported pad that's pre-poured from the other pad? Question mark.
Sounds like
Yeah.
that could be likely.
Yeah. The other curious is these drain lines they're putting in look metallic, which is bizarre.
Cryogenic
Nothing but the best.
bathrooms.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Cryo toilet.
there's all the talk of bidets and pad scrap, so yeah. Though now I'm beginning to think specs at these are just that gray high density, and it's just registering as a bit more silver than it is, but didn't know.
So we're saying that we have someone from Japan designing the bathrooms.
Correct. Correct. So the dragon capsule shaped bathroom complex. And then of course the reinforced pathway, which is I don't know, Darth. I'll let you take that.
Yeah, my speculation is it may be the walkway. I mean, one thing that I had previously said is there's a chance they could always roll the booster horizontal and have it with the path so you can walk next to it, kind of like how the Saturn V at KSC is done, where you can actually walk along the whole length of it.
Be an interesting change from having it horizontal. It does solve some of the original concerns of the people near the rocket garden and safety and winds.
If it was
Yeah,
horizontal, could they do a cutaway of the booster so you could see the inner workings from that platform?
I kind of get this feeling that they're not going to do that because they have a couple of booster aft inner workings still lying around. Like B-18s, I believe, was still sitting over in Sanchez. And
Yeah,
is
that's
the
over
one
by the
from.
wall up front, right?
Yeah. And there's a chance they could make those display items. Because did they also. Do they still have the one from. We think it's B4s over in the village?
It was still there, yeah.
I haven't looked for it recently, and I don't think this is the angle. Is it hiding
'Cause it was.
someplace back here?
Yep. Should be right there.
I still think it's a Mars reconstruction, but you never know.
Yeah, I was just thinking they could use those to show the differences on the insides without giving up too much. I mean, we pretty much seen everything from the air, anyways, but
How about a model of the pad that you can look down on and see because you're not going to be able to see any of it from the road. How about being able to look down on the launch pad and they have a large scale or mini scale model of the launch facility? I'm just trying to figure out why they have this upraised launch observation platform.
I kind of get a feeling it's going to be. They're going to use it during launches.
You mean like a
Well,
VIP area?
yeah, a VIP showing area instead of having to haul everybody in through the office the or near the Tiki Bar in Sanchez.
Or it could just be a flight of steps that take you down to the lower gradient. Is it?
I mean, you go up and then you go down. There's
Yeah, I was also thinking that's one of the other reasons I was thinking they might do horizontal with the booster at least, is so you can walk up and view the top of it.
Is the top of that level with the road, or is it higher?
Oh, it's much higher. That's a
yeah, yeah, because
Roughly
this
about
is
what, 20 feet off the grade of the road, something like that?
looks
Yeah, I
like
was
it.
about to say it's at least 15 feet because we established that they had to have that landing at the 12-foot mark.
Yep.
Right here.
Oh, for the health and safety on the steps. Yeah.
Well, the landing on the stairs, that little flat landing has to be 12 feet above.
And the stairs can only be 6 inches high.
Yeah.
So why does that take us up to about 16?
Yeah, I'd say 15 to 18, somewhere around in there, maybe.
Plus however high this is off the road.
Right.
Whatever.
Yeah, looking at that image, it's just an optical illusion with me. Don't know why.
Yeah, and these have been poured, and I'm still going with planters, which is weird.
Wait a minute. They patched the holes.
Yeah,
yeah,
But why did you make the holes in the first place?
access.
So you can patch them.
Raisins.
What?
Yeah, so you can patch them, exactly.
Job security.
Leader of design.
well, you just lost one
Could have
form
been
of
just for access and a little bit of maybe airflow, possibly. I don't know.
I mean, there's a giant front door that they can access. I would think they could access everything. I guess maybe there's something weird, partition wall or something.
egress.
The workers wanted a cross breeze while they worked.
Exactly.
And then they lost it.
They're done working, allegedly.
Nope.
Yeah.
They're still fitting out that building.
Yeah. They're just wondering what they're doing that they gave them a little vent hole to while what they're spraying on the underside.
Yeah. They're still designing it. Forget about fitting it out.
Oh, there's a thing right next to it with a hole in it, so they're gonna put a panel in that hole apparently. Yeah.
Yeah, that's temporary. But yeah. But anyway. Back to our favorite apartment building.
Do I get it right? It's a parking lot with living spaces.
Yes.
Elon, if you're listening, I would like a spot, please.
In the parking lot or
Sure,
a,
I'll take that too.
I'll take the
a,
roof. That's fine.
a lovely garden apartment with your own little patio?
Yeah, I mean, Teslas have the camping option, so why not?
Yeah, the problem is this parapet wall will block off a lot of good views of launch site, unfortunately.
I also think you are 100% right on the village side that they are going to be more basically apartments on that side instead of those being shops.
Yeah. It's every time it's looking more and more likely.
Yeah, they have a very close resemblance to how some are set up here in Florida, especially like along the beach and stuff like that. You see that exact same style of apartment slash living space.
Yeah, it's very urban.
Yeah. It also explains why there's so many stairs going up along that sidewalk. Hmm. Was there anything else that anybody can remember expanded friendly on the flyover photos?
Well, really quickly before we get to anything else, Fuzilla was asking about most old buildings are white. Why is Giga Bay getting black cladding?
Because that's for the tall buildings and along the highway. That's one of the concessions SpaceX had to make. That's why along Star Factory, both the bays are the grayer. A lot of it has to do with light reflection. Blame the sea turtles.
Is there some sort of cool thermal situation where if it's a black exterior that it like somehow sucks in cold air or something like that into a building?
Just the opposite, right?
I
Well, I don't
think
know.
s-
Well, I was figuring if it was extremely hot outside, if that is what that black material does, is there like a cool like a differential in uh, outside inside, and so therefore there's some sort of cool effect that would come through. But otherwise, I think it's just their colors, and they wanted to go with that. I don't think.
The one that absorbs the most heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, those panels are insulated, correct?
correct. Yeah, I think let's see.
I know we had a few pictures of the Huddleston site as well.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. I was just seeing if we had a ground shot that I could find quickly that would show the
Yeah,
insulation.
yeah, there are a couple of giggity bays. Yeah, right there. You can see.
The vertigo shots.
I like
Yeah,
that.
So
But they can't
yeah,
wait to get those doors installed.
yeah. The white backing behind the black is the insulation.
yeah. Okay.
I like what Woodworker Don said in the chat. Just something else for sure when Williams to paint in the future.
SpaceX painting.
Throwback to a joke from last night's show and tell.
Ah,
Uh-huh.
okay. I remember seeing those Huddleton pictures.
The hustle site. What?
Huddleton?
Huddle House?
Whatever. I'm not finding him.
At least Matt got it.
Yep. We have
Oh,
one where I live.
We had one in Ocala that we went to all the time.
oh, you know.
Got a huddle house in my town.
What's the white pipes? Are they compressed air and stuff?
The drainage.
Drainage.
Oh, roof.
Yeah, water drainage from the roof. Yep.
Makes sense.
Yeah, the little angles that you see there are for slowing down the water, basically.
It's no fun slowing down the water.
Speed's where it's at.
Yeah.
Ser- Seriously, taking the fun away from the water.
Tokyo Dorifto.
It's not quite NASCAR. Okay. I'm not finding those, Matt. I don't believe you.
Download them. Download them.
I downloaded everything.
Well, they weren't in this flyover. They were from the flyover previous, from the 11th.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Wow.
That's not very nice
Wow.
of you.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
See, you should have ran it, Matt. Then we would have had those.
Wow, Matt.
Well,
Wow.
well, dang it, I offered, but
I mean, I was trying to use solid. You're in, Japan.
you're the man. I appreciate it.
I'm not the man, believe me. I'm just
Are
barely
you the
keeping
myth or are you the legend?
none of the above. I'm just trying to keep us somewhere along rails.
Option
Comedy
E,
relief.
all of the above.
So
Yeah.
now you've
Yeah. Woodworker Don said, "Gone photos."
yes, these were the star gone photos. Okay. What was really exciting, darts on the ground photos, because
Well, the ones you passed back there about all the conduits they're lying
oh
in the ground.
yes, the duct worked.
Yeah.
There was also some shots of the ASU you could probably go over, I'm sure.
Oh, I don't know if anybody wants to hear me droll on about some plumbing work, but I could. Been known to
I
do
like
so.
drones.
So
Any
yeah,
information is good information.
is it though?
I mean, sure, if we say it is.
Who controls the narrative?
That's
I
right.
mean, apparently, Darth and Matt.
All right, Alex, what are your thoughts with all this?
Electrical.
Yeah.
Why they're not pulling direct berry, I'm not sure, but yeah, they're just ducks. So future expansion, and it's at what was it? The
I
high
did say that
density.
we-
What is that? HD. The ethylene pipes they fuse together. I always forget what the acronym is.
I did say they were for they were
HDPE.
conduit, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, HDPE, I believe it is.
Yep.
So yeah, for people wondering if Starbase was going to have enough power for everything,
Soon enough.
More
So-
power.
Let's presume for a second that Huddleston, that is apparently missing, couldn't be found, and because it wasn't, there, that this
It's
was
in
for
New
that.
Zealand, apparently.
This was for that. What kind of power we push in here, and for what purpose at Huddleston?
I mean, each individual pipe there is pretty big, honestly, so it can hold a lot of electricity.
It's just odd
Yeah.
that they're pulling ducts and they're not pulling the actual conductors like they've done previously and done direct bury, but nah, yeah, I mean they've done some of it direct bury, some of it they have done through conduits and ducts, so I guess it not that crazy now that I think about it.
You get a 200 mil single phase cable down there easy.
I mean, you'd put one of the phases. You'd use 3 of them, and one of them each would be one would have one phase. So yeah, it's the same thing if what's the ASU when there's a spaghetti going to all those vaults. They do the same thing there. They splay it across several different legs.
Well, if you're going to build a big, huge warehouse at Huddleston and fill it with Optimus robots, you need all the communications equipment, computers to sit up in the operations room and tell all those robots what to do.
What would be the point of Optimus in that location?
To do all your supply and inventory.
To optimize.
Automate.
Bingo.
Automation.
Is Will Smith involved in any of this?
Logistics.
I don't think U.S. robotics is a part of this. No.
Okay, just checking. I
Whether
mean,
it be motive
Yeah,
or robots.
we're a long way from Bel Air, Alex.
a room full of
Oh,
hundreds
Lord.
of robots kind of troubles me for reasons.
Yeah. Because what if it turns out that Huddleston is going to be the new inventory? That was something I brought up yesterday. Because it looks like they want to move the inventory.
After they just got done putting all those new racks in and cleaning everything up?
Consolidate, then move.
Right.
Are you new around here, Matt?
Oh no, I was saying that as a joke.
Okay. I just saw you winking. Now I get it. Okay, good.
Yes, big loud winks.
Yes.
You know about the
That's
concrete, right,
winking.
Matt?
Concrete?
No. Kiwi, too soon. Don't know if we can trust him yet.
But which concrete?
The
It
concrete?
would be smart though, honestly, to get rid of all that stuff and open up just so much more area.
Yeah, and if they can consolidate the airport, the other 2 lots, and empty out Sanchez, they would be just have a dedicated large inventory spot so they don't have to keep shuffling back and forth with everything. I mean, how many times did we see stuff from Sanchez go to the airport lot?
Yeah, I
And then
think I
sit
think
there
most
for
of the
years.
stuff at the airport lot needs to go to the scrap lot.
Yeah.
Sent it to Florida.
I mean, I'm always down for donations, so anything you guys want to send me, wink wink, hint hint, know what I mean?
I mean, there's a whole scrap economy in Florida. Probably one in
That's what
Texas too.
I
was
got 10
telling Alex.
acres. You can send me as much stuff as you want.
I was telling Alex about how, scrapping in Florida is for gas money.
Ain't that the truth?
What were the rules about no self promotion?
Nope, no such thing.
What?
Joking.
Apes.
Flanges.
I haven't
Ooh,
hyped
18
I haven't
inches.
hyped my YouTube channel at all today.
You're slacking.
Hey, don't be slapping anybody, give over.
Lacking.
Is it pad scrap GSC?
The stuff, I think it's more of Pad Scrap's ground support bunker. Because
Nice.
this one looks like they're flaring out from 24 to at least 30 back here. Too. The mystery
Yeah,
pipe.
What's your theory on this one?
There's two places that they've used a pipe like this. One of them's in the GSC bunker for their purging systems. The other place is the nitrogen vent for the locks.
Ox fan?
Yeah, for this. We're our friends.
Did you want to measure that pipe while we're at it?
No, I can glance at that and say it's 30, at least 30, 36.
Okay.
Why?
But for whatever reason, we got stuck on that. So I zoomed in, and that's a max jack. And so I gave all the dimensions of the max jack in case anybody wanted to go and look at what the max jack dimensions were versus that pipe. So, but yeah, I my initial thought was just the box fan pipe.
But they
But
also
they also
previously used that inside the bunker. And it's also the same diameter as the deflector ramps supply. So, but yeah, again, we have the 8-inch deluge pipe, so
I was right. I was right.
yeah. So it could be a 30, but yeah, it appears. I thought we had a hiding back here. I thought one of these had a 30-inch flange was hiding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's
There it
right
is.
there.
Yeah.
It's behind the trash can.
What? So
Is that
many
not a trash
jokes.
can? Oh.
Yes.
It's a recycling bin.
It's been all right. Right. See what? Are these the
Get those
shells, Matt?
Huddleston pics downloaded?
Why would I have downloaded them?
Oh yeah. So many shelves.
So, does anybody want to go to the launch site? I've fallen off the rails in case it's not completely obvious to
If we
everybody.
want to back up on the rails, I did post the hatchet, and I was kind of curious about this as a more or less closer in kind of spot for dumping stuff, only because it seems like on the paperwork they're only going to be doing a month worth of work, which is kind of just your basic clearing land kind of thing. So I'm kind of wondering if that's going to be our dump it site for, the in-between airport lot and everything else. And or if they're going to be something else staged there, but I kind of wonder just because of the way that it's out not really in the middle of anything, and it's kind of a ways back to get to it.
Stand by
Standing by.
and do some background.
I didn't mean to drop the hatchet on you, but
Seriously, so rude.
That's his middle name. Event the So Rude Dude.
Also, the booster moved slightly as predicted to basically the staging area of staging.
Hold.
Yep, yep.
Staging area, staging.
Yeah, it's this weird thing they started doing. They roll, if it's ship or booster, they roll it out of the mega bay. They inspect it, do some stuff. By the way, we should talk about this. We are rioting if there's not decals on the ship since they've had an extra week, right? Anyway, so they roll it out and they just sit it there and then they mess around with it. Then they put it to the next spot, like in the yard a little bit, and then they just sit there and like, yeah, now's good. We go now.
Well, they're waiting for 45 minutes for the closure to start.
No, I agree. This is kind of funny how they do that.
I want some booster decals
Why?
That'd be awesome, yeah.
because I'm not good with numbers.
Numbers were numbers.
Oh,
All fake.
I can't count past 20, so I need numbers.
If you use the tip of your nose, you can get to 21.
Oh,
All right. That was it.
Okay.
You can,
Yeah, I downloaded the other one too.
Oh, okay, cool. This is just so we have source work here, and we're not just making up stuff. This was the only thing we got from a massive document that I was really hoping was going to be something telling us about the Huddleston site, which it basically said nothing except for it's a bunch of wetland stuff, and that it said Huddleston inventory, and then on the other one it said Huddleston industrial. That's what we got as far as that. And now we see a bunch of electrical being run in that direction.
If you count your ears, I think you can get to 23. Or is it 22?
Yeah, I wonder if the name will change next week or the week after again. So we've got Huddleston Tiny Homes and then Huddleston Industrial and
Star
this-
Huddles.
Yeah, this is the Hatchet Project site, as they claim their random names. The point I was making about this is only going to be, well, 2 months, I guess, starting here, whatever, 10 days, 12 days ago. And it's just construction right now, so it doesn't really say much of anything going on here. So, and as you can tell, it's in kind of the shape of a hatchet, where it's a little skinny blade on its property, and it spans out. So, yeah, in blue there, highlighted blue. So super skinny. They gotta go a long ways, whatever's driving into that, so to get to that area.
It's more like a chef's knife.
I'm just guessing because hatchet has absolutely no meaning otherwise. Like I'm still kind of curious about the Huddleston name, but I don't know if that was a person's name or something that claimed that area or was a previous owner or something. But
looks a lot like the blades they use in carpentry here in Japan.
I was gonna say it looks like a mower blade.
Oh yeah, the woodworking blades.
love those Japanese
Mhm.
saws.
Maybe
Yeah,
that.
they are incredible.
so any thoughts
So-
about inventory or whatever on this site as opposed to the quote unquote industrial warehouse inventory site?
So
Um,
being an inventory site would be very interesting.
it possibly is inventory for Starpipe.
But see, the problem is it's way out in the middle of nowhere near Starpipe.
Oh, this is
Yeah. The Starpipe's all the way on the other side of that, so.
So maybe Hatchet's site will be for things they don't really want the public to see as much, maybe.
Where's the dock in relation to this site?
Well, if you go back to the other picture, or we can do it the old school method, but yeah, so if you see the triple up to the left there, if you kept going down, you'll eventually hit where the normal docks are, where we saw the barge. But if you go up to the right, you have your LNG, your Saronic, and your other places to the right there.
isn't this Saronic site or no?
No, it's on
I
the other
believe that
side.
is.
Oh, that was one down. Let me do a zoom more side out.
Zoom, zoom.
Zoom, zoom, Mazda.
Yeah. Also, what's the deal with Google
Exactly.
Earth? They're going away. What the deal? Anyways, side note.
Wait, a Google product that people like getting canceled and dumped? No, what?
Getting added to a list on a website for all the things that Google has killed? No way.
I can't believe that. I'm gonna need a few moments.
That would never happen.
Moment of silence.
Okay, I'm back. Shocked.
Shocked Pikachu face.
So there's going to be an open source thing that comes in like a year that's better, right?
That's not Saronic, by the way. It's the one next to it. Let me post this real quick.
Okay. Oh, no, don't make me have to try and do IO in the background. It's compelling content.
I mean, you just open Google whatever, but whatever.
I'm not sharing a browser window.
Understood. Holy moly. Didn't mean that picture would be that big, but okay. There you go.
HD.
Dude, you're making Alex work.
Size queen.
Wait, who asked the question? I rest my point. Speaking of, converted hydrogen says in relationship to what I was talking about this decal or riot, I'm gonna go into Photoshop a decal if SpaceX doesn't for another Aussie $10 Rooskies. Which I'm just saying they had a whole week and ain't like they're doing a whole lot in there. Put the decals on.
Well, we should definitely know tomorrow.
They lifted it last night down, right? If I understood correctly, or is that?
Yeah, it's sitting on out in front of Mega Bay 2.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I saw people saying that the decals were on, but I haven't seen any photos.
Yeah, so hatchet sight to the left, down below the Trident port area. Yep, and the Saronic is the rightmost with the little earlobe on it. Rectangle.
Now I can't
And-
unsee that. Thank you.
Yes,
And
same.
is the dock to the right of that?
Yeah,
The
so
SpaceX?
SpaceX's, if you keep going, yep, that's the one.
Yep.
A little shark fin.
Little snaggletooth. And this is a connector road, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, port connector, and then the cement factory right below. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gray area. Yep. So it sits between kind of like Massey's and Starbase and the airport lot. That's why I was like, maybe they'll. It's pretty sizable. It's 15 acres, so I don't know. It's just weird because they didn't. It's such a weird shape and what they're doing with that. I don't know. It's just very odd.
Yeah. Now I don't know what to think.
Anyways, food for thought,
Oh.
and then we'll watch the hatchet and I'll have to figure out what the hatchet is versus the Huddleston. We can get back to pipes though.
The Huddleston hatchet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to look at pipes anymore. I mean,
okay.
I just feel a little bummed out.
Well, there is a picture of some plants, or probably otherwise
Ooh,
not real.
But were the plants installed?
the fake
There's a-
plants.
I
There's a
think these
photo
were
in
placed.
there's
Yeah,
a photo
let's
in
see.
Patron Lounge of that strange triangular object with hard lines and hydraulic attachments on the top.
I'm sorry, but those look so fake.
Plastique.
I'd like to be wrong, but they just look too perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I
Well,
mean,
the red and yellow combinations duplicate.
yeah. I was looking for if you like take this one, rotate it. Huh.
It's like a bad AI image.
Yeah.
Just measure the distance from every red plant. It's like a meter each one.
And then we'll come back in a month, and they'll look exactly the same.
Yeah.
This one looks sort of like it's flipping us off.
Oh,
I know
rude.
it.
Found it knows
I
your
know.
it knows the lies that they're being told.
Yeah, I don't know what it says about me. Then I look at that, and I see somebody flipping people off. I don't know.
Yeah, there's one on the right too. The other side of the tree.
Because Alex chooses chaos.
Generally violent, but in this instance,
It's either yard or a
Chaos is part
meter.
2.
It's either a yard or a meter, and you can buy that for $6.99 in Asda, Walmart, whatever you call it.
let's see. Yeah, we already talked about our
Yes,
huh.
it's looking more and more finished every week.
Yeah, they need to put some trim panels across here. This looks bad. I'm just saying.
Well, and it's also very interesting that they're sticking with that brownish orange color.
Mm.
Yeah, Neil Anderson was asking why the apartment is brown.
Rust
Mars
brown.
tones.
Big wood.
Wrong answers. Longhorn, Texas Longhorns.
Pre-patina.
Isn't Texas's UT's football? Aren't their colors burnt red or burnt orange?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
so
don't know.
that's why.
Are they fans of that?
I don't know. They have a
Oh.
lot of
The
stuff up in
architect
Austin.
was.
Oh,
Exactly.
maybe, yeah. True, they are from Austin a lot of times. That is a true statement.
So
I mean, the Sienna Southwest look, just saying.
Well, the architect was from Australia.
Oh, was he?
for measure.
This way, it doesn't look as dirty when it's dirty.
Yeah. It's pre-dusty, pre-sandy,
Yeah.
pre-dust blown.
Hey, some of the tanks at the tank farm match real well. Speaking of the tank farm,
Mm.
It's our new riser, is it? Out of the ground.
Purple is, in case one won't know, that's helium. They use purple as their helium color.
Is that the bubbler?
Yeah. It's their high pressure helium. Probably their 400 bar one, but that's just spitballing.
Does that mean they bubble the ship and booster too?
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a good way to mass transfer to cool the keeps the propellant sub-chilled.
Can you explain bubbling?
You essentially it's mass transfer. You're bubbling and you're getting it to essentially boil into the helium bubble. So, and the process of boiling, you have the enthalpy vaporization, which is so that heat gets pulled from the liquid, and that will generally chill it down. It's a whole, but if you can have, it takes quite a bit of energy to go from a liquid to a gas, and so that energy that takes, you're basically chilling it by that amount. So you can usually cool something that way. That's a
So
very
there'd be-
convoluted explanation.
Would there be like
Go
a
on.
little manifold in the base with that,
Basically,
like a ring, like rings in the base, would it? And it just sort of
bubbles up, sort of like a
Yeah.
fish tank.
okay. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Whether or not they bother to try and recover it, probably not. They probably just vent it. So, yeah, it's a expensive way to keep your tanks cold. And yeah, because primarily, at least with the current iterations, they're only subchilling the propellants to give extend the shelf life rather than for performance reasons. Especially on the ship's side, I'll primarily, unless they put in some expensive chilling to keep the propellant cold in space, it'll mainly be kept at saturation, which is its boiling temperature at whatever pressure they're storing it. So pretty much, subchilling it in space would take a lot of extra energy, which they may or may not have the budget for the weight and or complexities that would add.
If we just kept it out of the sun, wouldn't it naturally cryogenically freeze itself anyway?
The issue is the sun is also radiating long range IR, and the moon's also. So you're having to keep it pointed. Like the whole reason James Webb is where it is that you can pretty much have a big shade sail to keep the sun, the earth, and the moon out of behind you at all times. When you're orbiting, it's kind of hard to keep the earth not illuminating half of your vehicle. So that if you point the nose down, so now you're limiting the amount this earth is hitting you, well, you're probably going to be orthogonal to the surface. So now the sun has the whole side. So yeah, you have a lot of heat that you're going to be radiant heat that's going to be heating up your vehicle when you're in low Earth orbit. So you need insulation blankets. You can't just use the cold vacuum of space as you could at different orbits. So like when you're in transit from the Earth to the moon or to Mars, let's say, you know where the sun's going to be at all times, so you can minimize how much solar radiation you're having heating the vehicle. So that'll limit how much heat you need to manage.
Yeah, isn't that one of the reasons the prop demo is going to give them the most data as far as long-term cryo? I mean, as far as the they're supposed to basically launch the target a month ahead of the chaser, so that'll give them some good data on how cryo is working in ship.
Yeah, the issue is basically trying to minimize how much radiant heating you're getting. And I mean, you could use insulation as well. That's also an option. Because, I mean, it could just be as simple as an extra shell of Mylar around it. Anything to sort of reflect off any of the heat that's being hit rather than letting it get absorbed through the tank wall. If you can reflect it away, that's less heat you have to worry about trying to re-radiate.
Yeah, that's why I always thought the Depot and HLS would both have the insulation on the outside.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons I've asked question whether the depots can use the main tanks or not, or it's going to use the payload section. But later iterations, they could make a way to add some external, because just a few layers of Mylar would help just to reflect stuff away. But there's lots of ways. You could have solar panels and hide it in the shade. You can circulate fluid. Yeah, and Stirling engines running to basically cool it and then get that waste heat and radiate it away. There's a lot of methods, but
Right, I know the ISS uses ammonia for a lot of their radiant heat, but on Skylab they had to put up some sort of like Mylar sail.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the gold foils that a lot of the vehicles use is for, just to reflect away sunlight and Earth's heat. Because I mean, the Earth is essentially radiating almost the exact same amount of energy that the sun's hitting it with. So you have, but they're two different frequencies. So you're dealing with two different signatures that you're having to believe to bounce.
Interesting.
Yes. Anyway, where were we?
Pipes,
We
and more
were on
pipe.
our way to Alex's separation unit.
But there's not too much interesting. They're in their lull where they're just hooking everything up, unfortunately. So
Yeah,
boo.
the most interesting thing that's happened here is the 1500 crane is going bye-bye.
It left. Yeah.
Based on the pictures, can we tell if Argon is going to have an outlet mid-tower or anything like that? We don't know.
What
Well,
do you
I'm
mean?
assuming mid-tower. I just don't know if that's actually where you're going to capture it, yeah.
Well, I mean, mid tower is usually where they have the high and the low pressure. I can't no real way to tell if they have a secondary column in here for doing argon. Do we have no. They have, I think, 6 outlets. So possibly.
Oh, at the base?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But if they were capturing argon, I'd expect there to be somewhere to be a tank for storing it before they ship it off to get it refined a bit more.
And speaking of argon, converted hydrogen gave a red thumbs up and a $1.99 in Australian dollars.
Cool.
Question from Drew Nar about the whole expanded on the bubbling topic. Alex, bubbling could chill the fluid to 269 C, giggity, the boiling point of helium, question mark. I guess that's why they can't bubble nitrogen because it boils at 169 C, giggity.
Giggity.
I'm giggity. I think it's more to do with helium won't be readily absorbed into the pool, so you're not contaminating it. Helium will generally migrate. It stays a gas the whole time. It doesn't really get absorbed into the fluid. It's one of the main reasons. If you're bubbling in nitrogen into your LOX, you're just slowly contaminating your LOX down. So you're losing performance that way.
Giggity.
And speaking of giggity, just to clarify the image we are looking at for people, this is the ASU. The let's just call it the beer can looking thing is the adsorber, and this is going to take
Yes.
care of your stuff you don't want to freeze, which is going to go to your not the next thing, but we're going to just say it is the next thing. It's the main heat exchanger with the I'm going to call that the dump pipe on top of that. Which is then going to draw itself at some point to the main tower column, which is the tallest thing, and you have the high-low pressure, which separates the LN2 and LOX effectively.
I'll buy it.
Okay, great. Because I was like, I didn't know if you wanted to go into super explanation about reflux and everything else, so I thought I'd just keep it simple and just throw some random stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I would rather do a little prep if somebody wants a detailed explanation, and Ratio has a bunch of other ground photos from earlier on where a lot of things were before they start covering things up that are easier to show the paths. But yeah, after the pre-purification, when stage gas goes up, the air goes up here and eventually drops into, this is the main heat exchange, cryogenic heat exchanger. So yeah.
And apparently Giggity was very popular. Martin with a 64 and 11-cent donation saying just Martin Giggity.
Nice.
More ASU.
Mm-hmm.
So, for those who didn't see, there was a pumper at Pad Scrap today. And what I could tell, it looked like it was pumping the ramp. The south ramp.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Oh, they have cameras finally on the
on which
on the tank farm drop off points.
I swore they've had those for a while.
Probably did.
Yeah.
I noticed them.
Huh.
Yeah, the security cams they've had for a while.
Those weird pipes at the brown lot
Yep. Match the.
kind of look like those. Let's see.
So not 64 scale starships for the school.
Boo. I object.
I concur.
Boo. I mean, these look much smaller diameter than those, but yeah,
I'm going to circulate a petition.
What is their purpose there?
these are the bog gas. They're the as nitrogen's boiling, you just vent the gas. They're just big vent stacks.
Okay.
Nothing too terribly exciting.
I'm shaking. I'm so excited about that. Thank you for explaining it.
I don't know how I feel about that. I'll have to get
Go
back
take
to
a
you.
cold shower.
Perhaps talk to a doctor. I don't know. I'm scared.
You might want to get that looked at.
Yeah, they'll leave something.
I think they make a pill for that now.
Oh, Lord.
Todd, behave.
Look who's talking.
Todd,
Talking about the
don't
shame.
behave.
Bye, you star.
Hi.
Says all the giggity people.
Giggity.
Matt, remember what side you're on, buddy.
Obviously,
every
Indy Star
side.
is a SpaceX plant.
Maybe in a few years, you never know.
Yeah, speaking of Giggity, we got Fly Jake with will Zach and Alex do an in-depth video on how the ASU works?
I mean, one of these expanded, I could do one. I don't
I'd
know
be
if
into
Zach
that.
wants to go into that much detail on it. I mean, I won't have any cool graphics. I'll just find some diagrams and
I was imagining, oh, we should probably not do this, but I was imagining you write like a script and then just throw it into your favorite whatever, make it video program, and it just pumps it out, and then you're like having a laugh about it while you correct all of the wrongities.
or
Yes.
I like that idea, D.
I'm super down for that.
I mean, We could do it live. Whose accounts
That
and whose
sounds
tokens
fun.
can we use?
I like how we volunteered you to do all the work.
I'm
1,000,000 tokens.
yes.
I think we know a guy, Alex. We might be able to get to help with that.
Perhaps. Okay, so
I'll be his manager. It'll be all right.
we're completely off the rails. I don't know how this happened. This always happens when I'm
Well,
involved.
speaking of rails, Averio IndyStar with a $20. Sup, my favorite piece, Space Peeps.
Saw, dude.
Thank you.
Just a piece of Space Peeps?
No, all of my space peeps. All of you space peeps are my favorite.
We love you too, Indy.
But for all your favorites, and none of us are your favorite.
That's not true. Have you ever worked at a place where everything is a priority?
Yes, that means nothing is a priority.
Did
No,
you get a
that just
job
means
at
you
my
gotta work smarter.
business?
Sorry?
Did you get a job at my business?
Where do you?
I don't know how to answer that question.
Yeah, I think we're moving on with that question.
Everything is a priority where I am. It sucks.
Oh,
I think that's true for many places.
Thank you, data centers.
What's wrong with data centers? Unless you're in DC ops or worse, remote hands.
so getting back on rails, Alex, are these the new wireless tanks? They just don't need the plumbing because they're the wireless.
Yes.
Yeah, they've got the Bluetooth logo.
That Bluetooth 4 or 6.
Yeah, they've upgraded these two tanks.
Bluetooth 69420.
Yeah, these two tanks' primary purpose currently is to trigger people. So
Do you feel triggered?
I don't, because I like violence.
People? This is
Yeah.
true. You do like violence.
And anything that
If
needlessly
there's one thing about you, Alex, you love violence.
I do. It's unfortunate.
Well, it depends on how you look at it. You keep it interesting.
And he hates rails.
I mean,
Don't say it,
they're so
Alex.
limiting.
Alex, don't say it, Alex.
They're so limiting.
Public live stream, Alex. Public live stream. Let's
I don't
keep
know.
going.
I don't know what you're talking about, Andy. I'm talking about choo-choo trains.
Yeah,
They just
exactly.
limit you. You get your ticket and you're stuck. You can't veer off the road. But they do have one function that they can deliver a lot of violence when people cross their paths when they shouldn't. So there's that. Anyway, what were we talking about?
Well, I was talking about Fly Jake 314 with a $20 donation saying we love all y'all space nerds. And for triggering and on rail points, I did post a triggering and on off rail point about the rails we were kind of on for tanks.
Oh, yes, it
Yeah.
is.
I completely forgot about it until we started talking about tanks, and I was like, you keep saying tanks. I remember tanks for some reason. I remember
Yeah.
saying something about.
Something
Oh,
we
yes,
watched.
somebody found some tanks coming, huh?
Something we watched going through the Panama Canal there, dudes.
The mere floors locks. Let's
Maybe,
do a little-
possibly.
Well, I mean, there is kind of a rail on the canal, but it's sort of, like a half rail thing.
Rails and locks.
Do we have photos of that? I don't remember if we took any screenshots.
So
I know he had one that he posted.
it's in the chat for you there, Alex. And just answering a question real quick from Brian Aries a while back about when do they start work on the SpaceX docks, as we were talking earlier about the channel. My expectation with that very specifically is waiting for the next meeting because they were talking about the previous meeting. This was months ago, that they had to work out a plan with SpaceX because they want it for 50 years. There's going to be some sort of light manufacturing going on. There's going to be a dock. We also saw that there's a 408 submitted to the US ACE about modifying that dock. So there is some progress. It's just a matter of everyone's waiting for everybody to negotiate and get that all settled up. And then we should have a date about when they start. But we are actively watching that.
Does
Heyo.
that work?
That's
Maybe.
perfect. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah. Looks good.
So yes.
So my next question was, where are these going?
That way.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to steal your thunder. You're the one who made this discovery.
Oh, yes. See, this is how it works. I make the discoveries and the information, everything else, and then I throw it, to the wall or to the show, and then y'all like assemble it to where it needs to go.
So you're a spaghetti cook.
I was Italian chef, but it's pretty close.
He's the chef, and then you guys assemble.
I'll punt this to Dart.
So, if this particular ship ends up in Brownsville, we got some pedestals waiting for some tanks.
Aren't there tanks already at the port still? Those tanks are still there, aren't they?
The large ones were hauled off.
Yeah.
So, we just have the vertical that were left.
Did we see where they were hauled off to?
McGreggy, from the looks of things, I believe one of them was caught coming in at McGregor. So, in the direction they were heading, the last tank that left looked like it was heading up to head up to McGregor.
Yeah, the first of the three, when it went to McGregor, it was supposed to leave on a Saturday and was delayed. So,
And just to clarify, these are going to Brownsville. That's the stop they're going to. We just don't know technically if they're for SpaceX, although should be, and then where they're going after that.
These look like the standard tank farm tanks.
Yeah, they're the standard chart tanks.
So yeah, they poured those foundations the last week or so. So they're just waiting in that gap.
Well, they have room for two.
So these are the LOX tanks you were talking about in your diagram, Alex.
They're probably going to be the two more nitrogen and one of the warlocks, because they have 6 more tanks, and they have slots for 6 more tanks. So,
and it'll be interesting to see if they only have these 3 or if they double stacked on that ship.
like Mitsubishi.
Yep.
I mean, everybody wants them to double stack their tanks, so. Cool.
I thought the discussion was that they wouldn't do that here. They wouldn't be double stacking. Because it doesn't look like it's set up to double stack.
It isn't, but if they stash 3 of them below deck, they could.
Theoretically, there could be 6 tanks on that ship.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So we could cross-reference if I'm not organized enough to look at all the little manifests.
That's what Ventudes does.
Well, it's 675 ton, so metric ton. So do we think these weigh 200-ish or 100-ish?
If only we had previous. That's what I mean is keep track of all the
Yeah, I
multiple
could.
shipments.
Oh
from
goodness,
the-
I guess I could cross-reference that. Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
The
Yeah,
weight's
I
not
could-
going to answer you the question because the lower decks could be filled with aluminum ingots for that project. It doesn't all have
No,
to
no,
be.
no. Sorry, it explicitly says that it's cryogenic tanks that are to unload tanks. 675 metric ton is what it says on the manifest. So.
Okay.
So if there were 6 tanks on that, would that ship be sitting lower in the water, though?
It's still a very light load because
They're
even
empty.
even if they're
Yeah,
'Cause
massive
they're-
loads are 50,000 ton or something like that.
right.
Giggity.
Matt,
What are you doing?
I had to.
Thank you, Matt.
What hour is it over there again?
Legion.
I know, right?
Oh,
It's
it's like
just getting warmed up over there.
It's just getting to 10 a.m. Yeah, I'm just
Okay,
getting
we're
started.
just warming up. On it.
I mean you're on
Did you enjoy
vacation,
breakfast?
so
Oh, I see.
A
Yeah,
working
work
vacation.
vacation.
Yeah, I was going to say a working vacation.
Yeah, first day I got here, I did 4 hours worth of lawn mowing on the side of a mountain. That was fun.
Matt doesn't like to make life easy. He likes to,
No.
He's the one that tells the stories of carrying his sister uphill both ways when he went to school.
Easy is for when you die.
Wow.
On that bombshell.
No rest for the wicked.
I mean, is there violence involved?
If you are there, yes.
Always.
Okay, just checking.
Booster is moving again. 4 minutes till the closure. 3 minutes.
Getting
I thought
prepped
the
and
closures
ready.
are tomorrow, aren't they? As well?
For
Aren't-
moving.
Booster is headed out to the pad tonight.
Oh.
Yeah,
well.
20 is headed out tonight. 21's supposed to return in the morning.
So the closure starts at 8 instead of 10?
Yep.
The latest is the closure starts at 8, yes.
Is it still until 4:30?
No.
Till midnight.
So it's 8 in the morning till midnight tomorrow?
No, 8 tonight until midnight tonight is the closure for Booster 20 to go to the pad.
What about tomorrow?
Tomorrow there's a 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. for Booster 20 for Massey's to production.
Yeah, and then there's a 12:30 to 4:30, I believe, as well.
No. That
Yes.
the ones for the ship, because there's the testing closure as well.
Yeah, the one to move the ship got canceled.
So 12:30 to 4:30 is canceled.
Correct.
Okay.
It's a pad closure.
That
Yeah.
one's still up.
Well, it says Massey's to production. Production to pad. That was the 12:30 to 4:30. That's the one you're saying that's the return. Production to
That got
pad.
canceled.
Okay.
That was for
And then
the ship.
And then Massey's to production is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Correct. That's for 21 to come back. And then there's also the full closure, beach closure. That starts at 9 or something like that in the morning.
On Thursday, right? Or on Wednesday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday for the igniter test.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
So we're expecting the ship rollout to happen shortly after the test.
Assuming
Or
all
at least,
goes well.
yeah, if
Hey.
all goes well. We should
What?
see a delay pop up.
Don't make me be the optimist here, Indy.
Oh, that'll be a sight. Are you sure you know how?
I
Did
could
something
try.
Carry
just
on.
freeze over?
I know, right? Anywho,
I think I'm having technical difficulties.
well, we're still on the same photo.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This is
feel
your
we're
Bluetooth photo.
I know. It's the the tank issues.
Is that what we're calling it these days?
Yes.
Giggity.
Wow.
Matt?
Giggity.
Giggity goo, all right.
Who let Matt in this place anyway?
He let himself in.
Somebody was not watching the door.
Yeah.
So, you snuck in.
Wait, what
Absolutely.
was that? Elon, aka Meme Lord?
Yes.
Like the record show, this was just a wall. There's no guard post involved. Sorry.
Is it behind the wall?
What?
Is it behind the wall?
It's probably going to be telehandlers are probably going to be involved with setting it down and moving it as needed.
Well, it looks like they have cutouts that could become something like a guard post because they don't. If you look in that corner part, first of all, the slats, even though they're cement, look thinner, and they look like they're cut out differently than the rest of the wall.
That's just the shapes of the forms that they made the corner with.
Yeah.
Understood. But that the fact that they look different and they use different forms could indicate something.
It indicates that they made a rounded corner and they had to do it with little pieces to make a round.
Yeah, we'll see, Alaska. We'll see.
Oh, you want to have a little wager?
No, we don't
I'm
bet on
in on
stream.
that. I'm in
We don't
with
bet on
you.
stream, kids. We don't bet on stream.
Darn it.
You want to bet?
Yes. Not now.
Okay.
This is why you need to join the Discord for anybody listening on YouTube.
Don't do it.
So
Please
wait,
don't.
I just noticed Bayou Star?
You
Yes.
just noticed?
Just noticed.
Welcome to the conversation, Matt.
Now,
Wow.
there again, when Optimus
Thank
takes
you.
over,
I'm here till Thursday. Try the veal.
when
What were you saying,
Optimus
Alaska?
takes over security, they don't need a guard check. They'll just stand out in the rain.
Yeah, how's the pate?
They could stand on the wall like they
Wonderful.
used to do back in the Roman days.
Great pate.
So,
Anywho, so the wall is rounded. Yay! No
Yes.
guard check. Okay.
yes. And they still have to do a lot of surface cleanup. So there's that. And then paint it.
Yep.
Sorry, put a coating on it. Somebody help us get back on the rails. Darth,
So
it's on you.
the cladding on the back of the base is looking really good. They did a good job with that.
What is that orange pipe on the slanted section towards the top of the picture? Right there.
Not a
That's
pipe.
the Drawworks cable, actually. They just shielded it. So below that is the dead spool, where whenever they need more of the cable, when they swap it out, they pull it from that reel.
You can buy that orange stuff on Amazon. It helps protect against heat.
Yeah. You'll notice like that camera there has it. A lot of the hydraulic lines and data lines up top have that
Good shot of
covering.
those. Good shot of those new covers too for the HBU.
Or in this case, cold.
Is that like a Viton cover cloth?
PK, you cut out. In this case, what? Sorry?
Cold.
Cold.
Thank you.
When the LOX was dumping on it, I think they sort of pseudo fixed that, but not really. It's still dumping on it.
Yeah. It's the reason why they're adding the lines. in the ground from the base of the tower.
Don't they have that one pipe covered? Like the one on the side of the arm? That
The
has
arm
the
yeah, they put on what I like to call a CV boot
yeah, that
cover. Yeah,
what is a CV boot?
in your car, it's what helps with your like transaxle drive. A CV boot.
Yeah, it covers the CV joint so that it keeps all of the grease and stuff like that into the ball bearing type area.
Keeps dirt from getting in the joint. Yep.
Yeah.
CV
Thank
is
you.
a continuously variable joint, so it allows it to spin and move as your suspension compresses and decompresses.
But that's what that cover really reminds me of.
Yeah, what is the thing your mouse is on? That black looking thing that looks like
The CV boot thing.
Oh, that is
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. Yeah.
You probably should have just
Yeah.
said rubber or silicone, cover.
that would have been easier for me, but that's okay.
But I like all this car analogy stuff with Transact. So I was like, oh yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
It made perfect sense to me. What do you mean?
This is the way.
This is the way.
Okay, what somebody was asking about some covers, something, or is that what we were just talking about?
HPU covers, I believe I heard.
Yeah, I had mentioned how the cladding was looking good, and then Kiwi was like, "Yes, that's a good shot of the HPU covers."
Yeah, this is even better shot of the HPU covers now.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Oh, hey, we're getting close to the other shot of the thingy that has holes in it.
Okay.
Yes.
It just reminded me of that. We've had I remember you specifically, Alex, having this long, drawn out discussion with a lot of people about what they had done and what was going on. And was it tarnished from the launch and it wasn't, it was burned or anything else. And was that the case?
You mean the scaling issues they're having from 600 degree C steam and it being
Yes, but I was specifically just talking about the ridge. So,
Yeah, I was going to say top ridge.
the scaling issues that they're having, and they're getting a little oxidation, a little rust.
So every 10 uses, they put the descaler in the water like I do my coffee pot.
Well, I am curious, and I don't know if anybody's going into this, but they are building an entire, what seems to be a filtration or otherwise additive station for the water. So I'm kind of curious of what they're going to be doing with it, if it's just going to be a sand filtration or if it's going to be an additive station as well for all kinds of nastiness.
There's probably going to be an additive station since this is acting as a scrubber essentially when you're blasting all the exhausts from the combustors into the water.
Are we talking about next to the lift station?
Yes.
The new pump house? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember if I saw any ground photos that had a good shot of that.
But now that the wall's up, we can't really see it. In the flyover pics, you can see it.
Oh, we're
Right
skipping
there.
the ridge? Oh, okay. We're going over here.
Oh yeah, no, we
Full house.
It's full on squirrel mode right now. Okay.
Okay, all good.
You can call me Doug.
Okay, Doug.
I mean,
is there a guard shack in this photo?
No,
Nope.
there's not.
Weird.
Yeah,
They must
I
have
know.
forgot it.
Exactly. I was told there would be one, and it turns out there wasn't. So
It probably gets installed with the sign.
Yes. Or it's a Bluetooth.
They had a bigger squirrel moment than we did.
Well, they do have ballers there, so that is possibly Bluetooth.
Yeah.
I give Indy permission to slap any and all she wants.
Oh yeah. Light up, boys.
Violence will ensue.
I'm out.
You're first in line, kid.
I'm out.
And I don't even have to pay for it? Yeah.
Oh my. Hello, live stream. Public live stream.
Giggity.
Sorry, kids.
Sorry, children.
It's late at night. It's after the PG-13 warning has gone off.
In Japan.
Is that still a thing, by the way? That's not a thing, right?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Hey, we got some cool.
But I definitely
looking
remember
shots
it
of
from long
Poles, though.
ago.
Yeah.
Where's the scaling?
Well, there's a little here, but there's primarily on the black on the walls. It's going to now my brain just went completely it's gosh darn it.
They're scaling in
hate-
this picture. Good enough. Thanks.
Yes.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say
no,
Dang it,
witness
Doug.
marks, oxidation, and or additives. I'm not sure which one, but
Yeah,
The
it's
white,
yeah,
the
the
white
black.
lines are impressive.
It's interesting at this point they're having scaling issues considering how new all of it still is.
You have, 1,000-degree steam, dry steam hitting steel. It's a known issue with stainless steel. So
Yeah, I guess that accelerates things a touch.
yeah, a little bit. And the previous flyover, it looked like their zinc witness block got a little cooked. So, and a lot of the temperature colors are right around that temperature. So yeah.
But did they exceed Sharpie?
Couldn't tell from the air. Probably not.
they
Sharpie's
probably got
pretty.
suited out. It's probably just covered in all kinds of just nastiness and couldn't tell. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it survived.
it's just
Still
underneath
there
all the the darkness.
Well,
So are we
And-
saying
you'll
that
find
we
one
should be painting the OLM and flame trench in Sharpie?
that's
Yeah,
the
no,
No,
running
but
joke.
workers should be filling it in with Sharpie.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is literally the running joke.
Yes.
And 20 is rolling down Highway 4 for anybody interested.
Yeah, chat was saying that too a couple of minutes ago.
Nice.
Giggity. Wait, I'm doing
I
it
don't know
wrong.
why you said
Sorry.
that. Yeah,
Sorry.
like hello.
I
Point of
just,
reference.
just doing it so wrong. Yeah.
I feel like saying phrasing at that point.
There you go.
Verbiage.
No, oh, never mind. But we can talk about it later.
Seriously.
Thank you.
I don't know where to go with you people.
Did you see the just keep going straight, friend. Fly Jake had a question. Did you see that?
I'm off the rails. I can't go straight. We've
That's where
established
you
that.
can go. You can
So
always
Fly
go
Jake had a
straight.
question. I wonder if they'll do a full 25 second static test on V20 again.
I wonder that too. That was a good question. Do you think they will?
No.
Where's my... When I look around, do I have my magic 8-ball in here? I think I do.
By the way, Alex said he can't go straight, Giggity.
You're not helping, Matt.
Giggity.
Matt, it's too late for us and too early for you.
I gotta stop.
Reply hazy, try again. Didn't help.
Good old Magic 8-Ball.
No, I
This is an actual magic 8-ball.
As opposed to a
Nice.
fake one?
Well,
No,
it's
I-
not one of those electronic ones. This is analog, so it's better.
Yeah, electronic ones aren't magic 8-balls. That's just called a computer.
Outlook looks good, so yeah. We're good. We're good.
I like your magic 8-ball, my friend.
How did I get here?
Why do you keep asking these
The
questions?
world
Just
may
keep
never
going.
know.
My reply is no.
It's great.
Should have said that, before I said yes, just hosting the stream. Come on, let me down,
Should have
8-Ball.
checked your Magic 8-Ball first. Now you
Exactly.
know.
It let me down, and everybody else
Did it
is.
though?
I don't know.
It seems to be on point so far. I don't know how it let you down, but anyways.
I mean, are people still here? What were we doing?
Yes.
What were we talking about? I don't remember.
We're looking at the patina
Scaling.
Scale
and
yes.
scaling.
Well, I was talking about the holes. You were talking about the scaling, and then we intermixed that with some zinc witness marks, and then rails came off, and
What about the holes?
They drilled
But
some new ones here, and there's a growth there of some sort.
Now, along those lines too, I did notice that they also had some welders in there and was doing welding on the top. Do we know what they were welding? Were they welding closed holes and then opening others, or maybe re-welding seams that came apart from the force? Or
Probably welding metal. I have no
makes sense.
clue.
Thanks.
Yeah, yeah. I'm here all week.
Giggity.
No.
it wouldn't surprise me if they had to follow up with some of the seam welds.
Gosh, I hope
That would be
not.
my guess from the force, that maybe they're kind of noticing some cracking and splitting.
That'd be sad.
I thought
That
the
would
force,
be
would be
sad.
sad.
force
It
came
would.
later in life.
What was that, Alaska?
I thought the force came later. Star Wars wasn't invented yet.
You're born with the force, my friend. It develops later in life because you don't know. Unless you're Yoda.
Mic drop.
wait, what's the rebar sticking out?
Those were the holding the forms together. They did when they peeled the forms. They didn't snap.
Oh, this is the wall. Never mind.
Where's the rebar sticking out?
There.
Oh.
There.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
Yeah. It's for the lettering. It's for their new sign.
It looks like it'd be really shin friendly.
Except to be head size, I would imagine. I guess it depends on how tall you
Yeah, I
are.
need a banana for scale.
Or a water bottle. Okay, so anyway, let's try and get the show back pointed in a direction.
Over
Do
2
it.
hours already.
Well, what
So,
else
yeah.
have we not covered?
I don't even remember what we were saying 10 minutes ago. You're asking the wrong person.
What about all the storage lots? Has anything happened in the storage lots? Or what about the Hiddleston area where they were building that, where they're doing all those CFA piles?
Yeah,
Have you
we
I
guys
had
talked
asked
about
about
that?
that an hour ago, and he refused to download the picture. So,
But
yeah.
those were weren't those pictures from like a week ago?
yes.
Yes.
Didn't we have a show?
Thursday?
We haven't gotten any new photos since the 11th for Huddleston.
Speaking of Indy, would you like to go over when the next flyover is happening?
Tomorrow. Oh, no.
No.
Tomorrow's a drive-by. Sorry. The next flyover is going to be on Thursday, July 23rd at 4:30 Central Time.
Beautiful.
If all
Which
goes
should be a
well.
launch as well.
Well, there's that as well. That's kind of the premise of why we're doing a flyover on a Thursday. So we can get photos from the air of the most majestic thing we've ever seen in our life. Or at least for me, the most majestic thing.
Yeah, I must say the flyover launches are absolutely fantastic, and the pictures that he gets from the air of the not only the site but the ship as it's rising are just magnificent.
Yeah, this last launch attempt, if it would have launched, that we would have seen something spectacular from where they were located. I mean, just imagine if that thing had started rising from this angle.
It'll be
That
great
would
to
have,
see the trench too after it actually lifts off to see if it's still glowing red like we saw the other time.
right?
Yeah.
Or
I
if,
totally missed that.
or if that was a artifact, or if that was an artifact from a 20-second plus second static fire.
Right?
And we'll get to see if any other building walls get blown out.
We'll see if Steph's building actually survives this time.
Of course it will. Out of spite.
Uh-huh.
I have a shirt that says that.
Ain't that the truth?
I mean, that's how buildings work, right?
That's how life works.
Ooh. Hits too close to home.
Because it's true. Anyways, it'll be cool to see the locks. Like, they're going to have locks coming off the sides again, right?
Yes.
The locks cannons.
No.
That'd be cool to see too. Oh, no locks cannons?
Nope.
No LOX cannons.
They were a one launch thing, it looks like.
Now launch bazookas?
I mean, no.
So how will they expel that cryo stuff if they don't have the cannons anymore?
See these two tanks?
I do.
They blow it into these tanks. And
Those
they
two
kept-
tanks have. Sorry, those two tanks have been there though since the last launch as well. No.
Nope.
Oh,
So they've come in between the two launches. This one and
Yes.
the last one.
correct.
Yes. And it looks like we're gonna have minimum of 3 more showing up after this launch.
So no more cryo anywhere, pretty much. At least
Uh,
randomly in pools on the ground.
they'll be pulled on the ground, and when they're closing out, we're going to get this one and the bug vent.
The bug vent?
Yeah, Kiwi thinks this one sort of looks like a mosquito with the two actuators on either side. I'm just telling you what I've heard. I've heard things like this.
CV joint, bug vent. Got it.
Right.
Oh,
Take notes.
And just to clarify, bug vent is CH4.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Are mosquitoes attracted to CH4?
They're attracted to CO2 and water vapor.
So close enough?
Probably not. Let's see. See the eyes. It's a bit of a reach, I have to admit, but that picture's not helping. Anyway, Kiwi here to defend his description. No, darn it.
You got a good angle of it?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh. Well, you kind of need an angle. Oh, yeah, good ground
We
photo
need a
of it.
drawing.
A
You need
drawing.
to render.
Illustrate it, please.
And Flyjake, I don't think Mauricio has motor drive. I think he just is quick on the draw with his finger in taking photos. Like he just goes tap, 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 tap.
Jazz fingers.
No, Jazz fingers are up away from the button. He's pushing that button repeatedly.
What kind of
Just
camera
keep
does he
going.
use? Do we know?
Just keep going. A really good one.
it's a Sony,
Alpha of some sort.
yeah,
A
With a
with
big old lens.
7
800.
R4.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, dudes would know. He's rented one.
They just came out with
And
a new
Mauricio-
one. That's why I'm thinking back. But there's nothing really new about the new one. But yeah,
Mauricio has 2 different lenses he uses, too.
That's
Like he
correct.
switches lenses mid-flight.
he does.
I know. That's what I said.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's a 1x400
could-
and a 400x800, but I just go double check that.
Yeah, the big one is
still-
a 400 by 800.
Yeah.
They still have the cover on there that says hot on those pipes on top of the
Yes.
arm. Inside
You can
the
see
arm.
the little gold foil on there. And speaking of gold foil, Drew Nar coming in with that. Is that Canadian? Canadian $2 CH4
Canadian.
bug vent looks like a mud skipper.
Oh, and aren't there a lot of mud skippers in Texas?
Padavers.
Oh,
Bug's a
I
bug.
don't, I
Checks
don't know
out.
what a mud
I would
skipper
agree.
is. Maybe.
A bug is a bug. You are right. I'll give you that.
+1 on Mud Skipper.
What? Okay.
+1 on Mud Skipper.
I heard the words. I didn't understand the relevance, but that's okay. That happens a lot.
As in,
Setting his vote.
I vote for Mud Skipper also.
Oh, thank you.
My sources say no.
You need new sources.
Can you tell that to my
Nobody-
8-ball?
I was gonna say nobody messes with the magic 8-ball.
Who am I going to believe? My 8-ball or you?
The 8-ball. Always
Exactly.
the 8-ball.
Touche.
Okay. Any other questions?
Is the crane lying down now, or is it still standing?
It's down.
Good.
It's napping. It's sleepy.
And Marvin's A-frame has returned to the launch site, so.
And a rope winder showed up today too. So there's
Nice.
yeah, it's going to get the rope put on its 2 main winches.
Nice. Seems like it's been forever since we've seen him. That crane.
In this picture, what is that on the ground behind the ship /
That's
boosties?
that's the
Sure.
roof for pad scrap. That's the
Ah.
roof for the tower.
Oh, I just had a question about that thing in Capsa posted in Patron Lounge. That weird triangle thing.
Oh yeah, that frame, that weird trapezoid frame that was sent to Massey's has returned with hydraulic actuator hardware on top and returned to Star Factory. So it'll be interesting to see what that ends up for.
Grid fin
Yeah.
testing. No?
Breakover, of course.
Possibly. It's blacks. Could be part of that Gridfin rig, maybe.
Very doubtful.
Highly.
Is that the W thing we were looking at for a while?
No.
No.
W's.
Like an A-frame.
I know he got ground shots of those.
It was only around for like a week. 2 weeks.
Here are the W things.
Yeah.
Look at me.
They were
Just on the snap.
You
fast.
go, boy.
Crushing it.
yeah,
So
the
let's
nose
figure out
cone-
what they do now.
They're
We don't know yet.
They're reaction frames. They're just to react whatever to, counter the forces that they're applying into the test article.
and
Yeah,
to
they
help
do things and stuff.
They're pretty passive.
That doesn't sound very violent. That's unfortunate.
The violence is from the actuators. They're just they're just giving something for the actuators to push against to administer the violence on the test article.
Well, that doesn't sound good for them.
Well, remember the cage is only built up of those 6 tubes. That's not very strong. These
So this-
strengthen the tubes.
This does. This structure strengthens the sides, the tubes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they could have built something like the Super Crusher, or they could have just built some quick and dirty frames to augment the birdcage structure, or the nose cone jail, or whatever people want to call it, the structural test stand.
So these
Your
are
favorite
QD
term.
frames, quick and dirty frames. Got it.
Yeah.
Nose cone jail. Alex's favorite term.
Pad avoidance.
If your nose cone's in jail, how are you going to count to 21?
Okay, Vash, you can go with Matt, and you can find your way out.
That's a good throwback from earlier. I don't think you were here yet.
I'm sitting in the back seat. Vash can go to the trunk.
No, this is like a 70s station wagon. There's plenty of seating in the very back. You're okay.
Are they jump seats? Do they face
Yeah,
backwards? I'm down.
Yes,
course.
yes, they face backwards. That's the only way it
Or-
works in the
super
station
down.
wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No
somebody
seatbelts
gets
either.
to see the violence coming at you.
Correct.
Yes.
What were you saying, Nate?
Said no seatbelts either.
Obviously.
I
Yep,
also
and
like to live dangerously.
I mean, this was the 70s. 70s. There's seatbelts. What are seatbelts?
They were
They
optional.
were just yeah, they were just a guideline.
back
Yeah.
when the Town and Country wasn't a minivan.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
Listen, you're closer to that than you think. You best not make fun of it.
I mean, a long enough timeline, all of us are.
Yep.
Short enough attention span, we're already there.
And moved on.
So, the interesting things here at Massey's looks like they've been removing the
Oh, yeah.
chopstick sim
We have
hardware.
aerials of it.
Yeah. I mean, here.
Oh wow. What's happening here?
They just had the arm sims hanging by chains.
I got
'Cause-
tired.
Yeah, they removed the beams from up top.
Performing a ballet.
Aerial photography.
And the ship aft section that they've been testing, they've been removing all the rods. And I don't know if he got a good shot of that. Yeah. So it's just the cap that's left on there, which should theoretically be removed sometime in the near future.
Homework? Yes. So you need to slow down, Darth. I finally caught up, and here's a picture without the top beams.
Yes. Sorry. I'm on my third Mountain Dew of the day, so sorry. I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
At least somebody is.
Can you go back to the picture with the beam from the chains?
That's what.
Yeah. What's that? That beam's a simulated chopstick? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so this is where they're testing the flaps?
No. This is a booster test article.
Lifting
were
plate.
testing.
Sorry.
They were testing the grid fins initially with this test article, and they then had it all set up to test possible squeeze test.
I said flaps, didn't I? Definitely
Yeah.
meant grid fins. Yep. Kick myself in the head for that one. Need some of that Mountain Dew. Thanks.
No problem, man.
Boot to the head.
Let's see
So-
what else.
Do we think they wrapped up testing on that on 18.3?
It looks like they're done with both of these. It's a sad day.
Is it though? They've been there forever. They almost become like fixtures in the
Eight-
ground. They've been there for so long.
18.1 has been sitting there for over a year.
Yeah, it's been forever.
I mean, yeah, it's been sitting here doing nothing for 6 months. Come on.
I believe it rolled out May 10th, 2025, I believe, was when it rolled to Massey's. So, yeah, do the math.
That's just mean. You can't. Yeah,
Time to
We need some
retire.
new.
You're getting old.
yeah. You
We
bring
need
up
some.
arithmetic, and you're not even willing to do the simple calculations. Come on, Darth. You're the one who's all jacked up on the do too. There's a,
Okay, sorry. I believe it's 1 year, 1 month or 2 months,
2 months, yeah.
11 days.
How many hours? Just kidding.
Hours, minutes, seconds. We need it.
No, we don't.
Import from
We
daytime.
need more booster blood. We need more tank blood in here. New tank blood.
Oh, I was wondering as if was it 19 that the dude cut himself when they were rolling it out the first time?
I think so.
I mean, speaking of violence,
Yeah, they
Well, here's a
they've already given to the rocket gods. They've given blood already.
fun question. When do we think we'll start seeing the first SLS test articles?
HLS.
HLS, sorry.
I was gonna
I'm
say.
I'm more into the SLS test articles here. That's
Okay. So why aren't we getting Mountain Dew for everyone?
You should be drinking high quality tea, sir.
I am Oyocha,
Yeah.
aka green tea.
Matt, put the sake down and drink the tea. Thank you. I know where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so HLS test articles, I think, are going to be the next round. That nose cone in factory is really interesting.
yeah. Mauricio was there during the day, so we probably don't have any of those shots.
No.
Is it the same one? The one with the tickets? Or the coupons, sorry?
They're not coupons. They're it had the weird steel attachment on the very top of it.
Ah, okay.
And some extra plumbing or actuator outlets or something that has been added. Basically 6 flanges under a main access hole on it.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's a very unique cone that they're building, and
We do
very
like
possibly.
unique cones. Very possibly what, sorry?
I was going to say very
Could be.
possibly it'll either go with the Crusher or the
Giggity? Question mark?
Exactly.
It'll either go
Okay,
with the Super Crusher or go with the nose cone cage. Giggity.
Et tu, Brute.
Getting all Latin on us. Jeez.
What was the theory behind the switch out on the arms here on the super gantry structure tower structural integration test thing?
Diving
That is now
platforms.
the new name.
Could you be more descriptive?
I mean, they are in the perfect spot for the forward flaps when they're tucked in.
So you're talking about these white triangle things that are coming out towards us in the photograph?
Yes.
Thank you.
They took off the old ones with Alex's favorite danger basket.
I was wondering where you were going with that. I was concerned. You know, these are new for the new fall season. The other ones were the spring design.
Okay.
So, come on.
These are the fall collection. Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah, it's after Labor Day.
So, I mean, they could still be forward flap related. Because it looks like.
Sorry.
Go on.
I was just gonna say it looks like they light up right under the top actuators.
What were you going to say, Kiwi?
Oh, I'm just. Oh, I can't remember. No, sorry. I'll try and remember. It's a great shot, though. Wow.
It'll be
Indeed.
interesting to see the flyover shots on Thursday, too.
Yeah, hopefully you can get some more.
So they're roughly in the same place as to where those other cages were?
Correct.
They're just a reverse. The mounting's just reversed, isn't it?
Yeah, it looks like
Yes.
they. Yes, it looks like they went from sturdier.
Meaning these are less sturdy? Or these are more sturdy?
These are more sturdy.
Okay.
So, question in the chat was from all four about what type of off-the-line ship will be easiest for SpaceX to mod for the Artemis 3 mission, PEZ or tanker? And they say, in my opinion, PEZ, but I've heard people say tanker. Thanks.
Either one, honestly, since it's just a docking. And it depends on. It's really going to depend on if they just want to send up. Make it expendable or not. How much complexity do they want to add to it? Essentially.
He's not chugging the dew.
Nope.
Everything that they've said is it's all exterior stuff. There is no hole through into the ship, so they can stick it on anything.
Right. It's where it needs to go. The main thing is going to be about the header tanks.
It won't matter if it doesn't go through the ship.
Are depots expendable?
Yeah.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depots will be. But Alaska, yeah, it will matter because it depends on how much of the nose they have to cut off, whether it's going through or not. To make that adapter, the docking adapter, work, depends on how much modifications will have to be made for the headers. And if it's not going to be reused, if they're not planning on reusing it after the demo, then they don't even need the headers.
Agreed. They may not need the headers. My point though is they could do this without cutting anything off the nose. It could just be built on top of the nose because there's no hole into the ship. They're not going to enter the ship.
No, I get that. I'm just saying it's still a decision they have to make on whether or not it's going to be if they want it back or not.
Yeah.
The
Then
fact that it's sticking up,
you'd need some kind of a heat shield folding nose like Dragon.
Yeah.
the fact that it's sticking up past the nose cone is probably indication that there's no way to recover it.
Yeah, well, I'm not trusting the renders completely. That's why I'm wondering if they're going to try and do a dragon style.
What would be the point of recovering it? Because making a one-off for Artemis 3 or a early prototype for HLS, it seems like they'd get more information out of a early prototype because they've already started stripping out the headers and stuff.
Could you do I guess if it's just an Artemis demo, could you do like a Starlink at the same time? I guess then you could expend it and then.
Depends on the orbit that they're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
I would say probably not. 'Cause, I mean, they could, if they wanted, their little photography vessel.
Hmm.
But it'd probably be nowhere near a proper shell for Starlink.
Yeah, which makes me they'd use a Tinker variant.
Well, isn't
Or it-
Artemis going to be in a higher orbit than Starlink?
No. Not for the Leo demo. And Orion's gonna first, I believe the plan is to first rendezvous with the Blue Origin mock up, do everything, then Starship will launch once all that has been completed, and do the rendezvous second. And they're planning on doing everything related to the TLI of the dock stack, except for actually doing the actual injection, but work out all the software, and I believe testing how the full stack works together, the forces.
So doing that, though, it seemed to make more sense that you'd want to jettison out all the header tanks and such, so that your center of balance and center of mass and everything are all in the right place.
Right.
Okay,
And for
so
anyone
what's
in
that?
Discord, Mauricio actually has the RGV camera up. In YouTube, you can see it. He has a Six Silverstones has a picture in picture. But for those of you in Discord, you can have two. You can view two screens. Mauricio's got the RGV camera. We're just waiting for Booster to come by. So hopefully we'll get to see the rollout as we look at these photos as well.
The booster is stuck. It's been sitting in the same position for the last 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's a
Just
standard
fine.
position of being stuck. It likes that position for some reason.
Hopefully it'll still come by. I'm sure it will. It's just a matter of when.
So at what stage of the out are we with the booster then? I'm not
It's
following
just
you.
it's passing the highway site for between the end site and then the Avid site. So
Okay. Were there any questions? Because we've seemed to have ventured into an interesting direction.
well, there is an interesting question because we were looking at what you're looking at with some flowers that Matt thinks are fake, and You don't need to know says, has anyone checked to see if the yellow flowers make dots and dashes to make up a message? I was thinking along the lines of that Mars mission with the parachute, but I think that's a little bit over the top for SpaceX. But I don't know, it's SpaceX, so.
That would be funny.
That would be.
So is red a
Quite
dot
funny.
or is yellow a dot?
The dots would be the red
can-
because the yellows
we
look
can
more
ask them.
broad.
We can ask the Magic 8 Ball.
Well, there you go.
You're going to be so embarrassed here in 6 months when all that stuff turns brown.
That's assuming it's real, Alaska. If it's not real, it'll stay like this forever.
That's my point. That would prove it's real.
I mean, I think it would have turned brown by now if it was real. It's been there for a while. There's no
Yeah,
way that
Proper
lushness is
water.
real. There's no way that lushness is real.
those ferns right there, that I've got those growing up here.
Yeah, but Alaska, you don't have the humidity like Texas does. All the time, 24/7.
The only thing that blooms down there are cactus.
And mold.
Lots of mold.
Okay. Was that it?
Yes.
Hmm.
Any more photos to show us? Howard?
Disappointed.
What was that? Someone's disappointed?
Don't sound disappointed.
Oh, I'm not disappointed. I'm just, there are other photos, but are they, relevant to
Yes.
Did you
our
go
current-
over Massey's flyover?
No? Was there
I don't know.
anything?
I don't know.
exci-
We could talk about the circle again, and then theorize how many water tanks can go in there.
Do we have any water bottles for said circle?
I don't know. Was there a water bottle when we? It was maybe like a Powerade bottle or something on one of them.
I mean,
Are there
the mo-
any other photos that are? Oh, that. So what are they doing with that cement thing? Circular cement thing.
Yes.
Massey's?
Yeah, but
Yes.
what? Like it reminds me of the old when they had the other tanks that they built. What are they doing with it?
Yeah, the pedestals for the old tanks, yeah.
It's a water
That's
tank.
exactly what it is. What they're going to use it for is the question.
It's going to be SN3.
So, am I right to guess here that those are actual weldable plates on top of that? So it's going to have some sort of structure that goes up it,
Yes.
Yes.
like a
Maybe?
tank structure or like a nose cone or an HLS maybe.
HLS is being made out of concrete? Wow.
Well, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, true.
Are
They're
those
going to.
doors too?
What?
Are those
Yes.
doors as well?
Could be a window, but yeah.
Yeah. This thing is made just like the one that SN2 or BN2 was sitting on at Sanchez for the longest time.
They came and dug that one up and moved it. It wasn't in Sanchez originally, so maybe
I
they'll
know.
move this to the Star Park.
Well, and there's 20 of those metal things that you're talking about, event dudes. Those
Yeah, it
welding
would be
things?
interesting if this is the base. I mean,
Make it
just like
to make a
20
giant
bucks.
bongo drum.
So
and a-
booster.
What was the ground prep done for this? Was there any, or is it just sitting on the
Yes. Yeah, they dug a trench so the concrete goes down into the ground. They're not going to.
Okay.
I think they're going to lift it out of there.
You don't think they're going to lift it out of there, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
So it's well fixed then. Okay.
Yeah,
they're making
yeah, I really think it's going to be a water tank in the end.
I guess if you're going to move it, you'd have 4 holes and then put beams in the middle and jack it up somehow and then SPMT it out of there, but there's 2 holes and it's fixed to the ground. So
with all the water lines that they're putting in the ground right now, I really think that's going to be a water tank in the end.
My only concern and idea was why build it that way when they have basically just built 2 other ones that are the standard panel metal put together ones.
And they already have one right here.
Yeah, that was the only thing I was like, okay, I guess. I mean, it makes sense. Maybe just move that over there and clear that out because they're going to do the expansion, so everything else is going to have to get out of the way and everything else. So maybe.
Is it me or is that a 9-meter diameter?
It is.
It is.
Why not just use a test tank?
They could.
Well, that was kind of the premise that you're just going to slap a tank on there and make it a water tank, something like that. So.
18.3
version 2.
18.1. Excuse me, 18.1 has been sitting there forever. Fill it up. There you go.
Make it stop.
No.
They're $1 trillion company. They can afford buying proper infrastructure.
Speaking of said $1 trillion company that somehow ran out of water, quote unquote, supposedly, even though it was really about the engines and they couldn't relaunch. Anyone buying that?
The Ventu's bone to pick with that Starship stream.
Which Starship's that?
The launch. The launch. At the end of the launch, that commentator said that they had expelled all their water so they couldn't reset and try again. And Ventu's called baloney on that.
Called shenanigans.
What they said even before they got to that point is once they started the water stream, they did not have enough water left to do another try. So if they turned the water on, that was it for the day. And that's all the guy was saying.
Well, I'll have to watch it back. Wasn't the girl saying that for whatever reason, and then Dan Hoyt re-entered that after the fact? And I'm like, that seems sus.
Yep.
I don't know what y'all are talking about. So my question is, in this video that's going to eventually come out, are they going to be in the docuseries talking about, oh man, I don't know about these 4 engines. They're showing a little flag. Should we go for it? Yeah, we'll go for it anyways. Dan, just make sure that they're not going to be surprised when this doesn't go. Okay. Hey, just make something up. Okay. If we do go and the water goes, we'll be done for the day, and stuff like that.
This is not the first time they've said that. They've said that in previous launches. If they turn the water on.
Yeah, but that was a different pad.
Yeah.
They said
that
it
was
on
when
flight,
they didn't have all of
12.
Yeah, it's what?
They said it on
They
flight
said it
12.
Yeah.
And flight 13. So as soon as the water turns on after a certain period of time, they won't have enough water to do the launch.
So
if
just
they
to
have to scrub
clarify,
and do it again.
We saw on flight 12 how many water turns on?
They didn't.
Maybe they cranked up the pressure and they're using more water per launch now.
Interesting.
Well, we've
Okay.
seen
Anyway,
them test them, turn it
regardless
off,
of
turn it on.
Right.
Exactly.
Right, but
They
what
don't have it.
pressure were they running at? Part of it
It's a
could
different-
also be that, again, it needs to be potable, and once it goes through,
Right.
when they're
But we've seen them turn it on, turn it off, like we saw the deluge test when they were doing a series of deluge tests. We saw them doing a succession.
right,
But
but
these
how much
are-
how much water was coming out? What pressure was it flowing at?
It was supposed to be mirroring launch stuff, wasn't it?
According
like
to
it.
SpaceX, or according to everybody in chat, who the armchair engineering brigade.
And it's different.
Magic 8 bullet.
They need it to be able to run long enough for the entire launch. Once the engines start firing and they have the water on everywhere, they don't have enough to shut it down and then do an entire launch. They can do all kinds of tests. They could probably run it 10 times on a test because they don't have to run it as long.
Right. And the point I was making with the said trillion-dollar company is you couldn't just get more water tanks, ? And the other point I'm making about this is, do we think, if this is true, do we think that once the water line is in, this is going to be the same case, or can they fill up and go again?
They could fill up and go again, but probably not in the amount of allotted time for the vehicle to sit on the pad and keep the propellants at flight temperatures.
Right, because we need it within like 20 minutes or so. So they're going to have to
Yeah.
figure that out.
5 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
15 minutes is the actual how much time they have to play with.
It varies depending on the temperature and how much heat loss they're getting. But yeah. I think it's up to 15, but I could be mistaken. I don't.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
gave a varying time last time. I don't remember. It was like 8 to 12 minutes or something like that. And that was all just based on temperatures.
I guess we'll see when it happens.
I mean, because they could refill those, like with a 14-inch water line, they could refill those tanks in that hour window for their hour recycle for another launch. So it's more of the vehicle and how long it takes for them to refill and such.
So, clarification point, I do find this interesting. Mr. D Market is saying or asking, it's not about not having enough water, it's because they couldn't recharge the deluge within the 15-minute window, ?
The deluge shouldn't need recharging.
That's
I mean,
I was
you
gonna
could
go
pump.
yeah.
Yeah, you could. It's not like the middle system where they have the high pressure gas cylinders at pad scrap. There's no recharging. I mean, they may, depending how much nitrogen they use and their nitrogen storage for the gas generation, but more than likely that they have enough volume for that, since I believe the tanks they're using at Florida are smaller than these they have here.
That's why they switched to an on-demand system, not an accumulation prior to the the activity.
And Coco Cats 6957 with a $5 with a cute little keep it up emoji GIF thing going on.
And then did you see Brian's question about that concrete stuff that we were talking about a minute ago before we started talking about the deluge?
Yeah, but I thought we
Somebody-
kind of answered that. But the whole question for Brian Aries was if it's a water tank for the circle concrete thing, there isn't any sub base or footing under it? ?
No, not really.
Well, they dug a trench. They cut the concrete and dug a trench, and it goes down into that trench, I think. We'd have to go back and look at previous photos, but I'm pretty sure that's how they built that thing.
Transitioning back to the whole deluge out of water thing, Brian Aries is questioning about they have to drain the water out of the flame trench because it was full and that takes a few. And I guess to add on to that, do they not intentionally fill the trench with some water pre-deluge for launch?
They don't pre-fill it.
No, there's no water in there.
No, if you watch their critical path video when they're doing the testing, as long as the water is at full pressure, it's not really building up in there.
So that's not water? Oh, this is after the fact. Do we have it before the fact?
I don't believe.
Okay.
This
All good.
is, I mean, we do here, but
there's water there.
Yes, but how much are they intentionally filling it? I don't believe so. I don't know what that would really be helping. They're trying to protect the surface of the deflector and the apex, and filling the trench with water is downstream of that, so it's protecting it. How? Just from physics, I don't see how it would be a useful thing.
I've seen it thrown around. That's why I threw it in there. Fly Jake with a $10 and a cute little flying emoji GIF thing.
Yeah. Now I've heard lots of people also were saying up until that they were spraying water out all the clean ports they have at the end of the deluge pipes were for spraying water out to cool the trench, which turned out also not to be a thing. So there's lots of folklore in the community.
Yeah, I'd like to ask a follow-up question, but I'll ignore it as a comparison to Period on A's. Where's the booster at, yo? How is it? How is it just breaking down like that?
Did the SBMT break down again?
It is
yes,
moving
it's on
again.
the move. Yeah, yes, it's on the move. It's going.
And converted hydrogen for $10 Aussie dollar Ruskies. That's a goal, full points.
Yay? Question mark?
I don't know. It mixes a couple things. I was thinking soccer or football, I guess. And then I was mixing up that and all kinds of things. Full points is kind of is it cricket or?
Played with, is it played with a round ball or an oval ball?
Spherical-ish.
Okay.
Go sports ball.
Oh, cricket? It's like a baseball, if that's what you're asking.
Okay.
What? You don't know what cricket is?
There's a paddle involved. It's like a bat.
It's called
There's
a bat.
wickets
Yeah.
involved that aren't wickets, but there were wickets, and there's just little sticks in the ground. There's a lot of padding and running and catching barehanded. And
Your entire Indian audience is like totally aghast that you don't know what cricket is.
The only thing I know about cricket is it goes on forever.
No. Well, there's different versions. There's different versions of
Not
cricket.
anymore.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
All I know is you don't want to have a sticky wicket.
Yeah, you don't want that. So Brian Ayers is asking, they have to get rid of the water that accumulated from the false start, meaning there was a ton of water in it and take some time to drain. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. Can they static fire in a pond? Can they static fire with it full? I don't know. I would
probably.
I don't know what it would do.
We've seen the Falcon launch into a puddle.
Well, let's imagine that they didn't break an engine or something and they had a false start, but the deluge went a little bit and they refilled within 10 minutes because they have a tank and or pumps that are pumping into it. Would they try to pump out of the backup or the deluge area at all? That we think they just go again?
I think they'd just go again.
They'd probably just go again.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the thing is nobody really knows why if they start the deluge, that's one of their we're done for the day.
Well, I know why it used to be that case. I'm questioning they redesigned the entirety of this thing, and they're still at we're done for the day. I don't quite get that, but okay.
Whoever wrote their copy that they're reading off the teleprompter, presumably knows the current launch criterias and what will keep them from recycling. Then I'm just of the opinion that the recycle time on the deluge might be too slow. Because they say they start it at what, 17 seconds before engine startup?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Even though we don't see water showing up until like 8 seconds, so like 9 seconds of who knows what's going on over there. Who's snoring?
Everybody at this point.
Yeah,
wow.
exactly. Come on, Darth. Are we done?
I
Are
don't
we
know.
done?
We got any more questions? Or is that it?
We have our very own Indie Star saying, Dude, I have nothing to say.
No,
Just
I'm
want
telling
to
you
hit.
not to read that.
Dude, I have nothing to say.
I just want to hit the stream goal. I have a target. I want to hit the target.
Oh, I thought we
That
hit
was
the
that
target.
was a note to you, dudes, not to read it.
What? Isn't that wait, what?
I'm
Yeah,
confused. Doesn't
It's
it
literally
still
on the
say?
chat. What are you talking about?
yeah, but you don't have to read it out loud. What was I
Why?
gonna
It's
say? Like,
funny.
I wanted to go to I
It is
wanted to go
funny.
towards the target.
Like I would have got to the end and then said, oh, bleep or
Well,
something. I don't know.
oh wait,
Oh,
you
whoops.
did say lull, so yeah.
Yeah.
These guys.
Oh, I see. It's set to a certain thingamajig because YouTube is
There's
weird
a
like that.
target.
Yeah, but
No, we
it's
have a
only
target.
certain ones. So,
Correct.
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, okay.
Correct.
Interesting.
DMHMT, you feel my pain. I blame
I'm-
all of these dudes.
What does my 8 ball say? Wow, I didn't like that response.
Try again later.
No.
Oh, I see. The timer ended. Apparently, there was a timer for some timing reasons.
Oh.
No.
I see. I didn't realize. That's what the thing says. So we already reached it, I believe.
We didn't
Well, I
though.
don't
It
know.
was 8 out of 10.
No,
We
no,
haven't
but the
reached
timer
it.
ended. But we've had
It's-
donations afterwards. The timer.
It was
I don't
8
see
out
the
of 10.
timer part.
And then
Did
we
you
got
click
one
on
from
it?
on paper too, so one
Yeah.
counts. We definitely met that goal.
Woo! We met
There
the
you have
goal.
it.
Go us.
Yay!
Please.
Go team off the rails.
No. Go ahead. Ask your
Victory.
question, PK.
If they do a static fire or a whatever they're going to do with this thing tomorrow, does it have to go back into the hangar and then come back out?
No.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe.
Only if there's engine issues again. That's the only reason they should have to roll it back. Everything, with all the notices and everything that have been dropped, the way the closures have been dropped, it looks like they're planning on doing whatever test they're going to do tomorrow, which I'm still thinking it's just going to be an igniter test because that's going to be the simplest. And roll out 20 stack and launch on Thursday.
So that testing closure though is all day. It's from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Correct? That's the
Correct.
beach closure.
Correct.
So that just means Mauricio wouldn't be able to go near the launch site, but he could go to Massey's and all those other places to the production site, to the build site.
Depends on when the testing window actually is. Like when the actual test time is. Excuse me. Because they have all day, so it depends on when they actually want to do the test. So they could do it first thing in the morning and be done by the time the drive-by is planned.
Something to think about.
Yep.
G-
Thing to keep an
Gio
eye
had a
on.
question. Yeah, for sure. Gio had a question. Did you see it, dudes?
Well, I was actually kind of figuring out. I'm pretty sure this is Kiwi for the goal of the New Zealand dollars for $2.
New Zealand.
And Geo264 was asking, hey, RGV, when the ASU Foundation was first poured, there were tons of tote bags lined up along it. What was in them, and where did they all go?
The glass insulation
Yes.
that went in the trenches around the ASU. Was there actually, Alex, do you remember if there was some actually poured in the main area too?
They used it as fill after, like, the main mats were poured, or pile caps,
Right.
depending on what. But they were primarily used as just fill.
Yeah, what was it called? Glass Pour or Glass Pro? Something like that?
Bass Pro, we're going fit. Nice.
No, Glass Pro. Not the
Oh, is
two
that?
trucker
Oh,
hats I have.
oh, darn it!
I mean, we're always going fishing. Just saying.
Yeah, just wandering around there with like can right now. Yeah.
All right, Carradine.
Didn't
I
somebody say that that met some kind of ecological standards to help boost the situation out there in the dunes?
it's I know for California you would do something like that as a waste offset because it's recycled construct is made from recycled construction waste, and but whether or not they're using it for that reason or if they're using it for structural reasons for the weight, I couldn't tell you. Where they're putting it, it looked like they're collecting surface runoff and letting it to slow percolate back into the surrounding
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what that's what I thought it was being used for. Yes.
yeah. So eventually I got there, Alaska.
We always knew you would.
So to answer Indy's question, I don't see a TFR, weirdly enough. So maybe it'll happen in the morning, like they did with that one for Massey's. So I guess we'll see.
Well,
Yeah,
Maurice
it's
was
funny
saying he
'cause-
sees a closure from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. tomorrow.
What?
Correct.
Oh,
For
right.
the-
We're talking Thursday. Never mind. My bad.
Yeah, the
Darn it.
TFR.
Right. It's
Yeah.
the shoot by. I mean the drive by tomorrow, and it's the flight. Yeah. Okay.
The standard TFR should be fine for an igniter test. They don't need it any higher than that.
Yep, my bad. And all four is asking once everything is completed, what will use most power over 24-hour period? ASU, Star Factory, Gigabay, or Pad GSE? In my opinion, Static Fire, which is a non sequitur, just because it's largest. Oh, sorry, Star Factory. Just because it's largest footprint. Thanks.
ASU. ASU.
ASU. ASU.
Yeah. And just to quantify things, we're talking about at full max out, we're talking 35 megawatt ASU an hour. I calculated basically like a couple megawatts per pump when they're doing the actual fill, which only lasts for what 40 minutes, something like that. So not even a full megawatt hour there, but we're talking maybe 20, maybe 15 megawatts during that 40-minute period. Star Factory, the only thing they got going on in there is they got that press in the back, and then they have the bakery, which I'm assuming both of those things draw some good stuff going on.
Not to mention all the robotic welders.
Yeah, true. And well, they got crazy amount of AC, so. LNG would be less, right?
It should be a bit less.
Yeah. Well,
Also,
and
it's, go on.
they might have their own power plant if they do some off-gassing burning or whatever.
Yeah, that's the one thing for their purification. How are they going to planning on disposing of all said waste hydrocarbon, short chain hydrocarbons? I mean, their original 2019 was it or 2018, where they originally talked about they're going to have a fairly large power plant, but I'm just shocked that there hasn't been any more data, anything released about it. It's sort of like the ASU. It's just sort of magically gets approved and just happens.
Well, I keep looking for the data and the stuff, and they just sprinkle it out occasionally through some random sources that doesn't necessarily help sometimes. So Yeah. I'm also shocked that they've all gone into this emergency or whatever they're trying to call this new phase of getting stuff out faster, whether that's USA's, whether that's TCEQ or whatever. They're just initiating these approvals on the basis of an emergency concept, and they're just skipping a lot of the processes unless it actually gets interfered with the NEVA processes.
Yeah, they're treating everything as if you had an expediter and forcing a project that through rather than, hey, here's our full project. They're just doing little vignettes and slices, and we're going to do this all over the counter when it really shouldn't have been. But
The
how
benefits of
soft.
owning a city.
Well, part of this is state agencies and federal agencies. I'm pretty sure I mean, Texas wrote some very advantageous laws for them not to have to share very much in public disclosures.
There was also a certain administration that got voted in 2024 that stated that anybody willing to spend $1 billion on infrastructure would get expedited approvals for all their stuff.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why Louisiana purchased. I think it'll just be one of those magic things where it'll be a very quick NEPA process. But do we have anything else? Andy?
Well, Alex, join us tomorrow for a possible drive-by, and then a show and tell if he is able to get the photos, and then again on Thursday for the launch at 4:30 Central Time. We may even have a Saturday flyover, as well as another show and tell, and of course Starbase Weekly on Sunday.
Thank you.
Back to you, Alex.
I sense a little sarcasm. There's a little tone. There's a little something. Can't put my finger on it.
I heard a Trebek at the end of that when she was talking.
Oh.
I
Yes, you
don't know
didn't.
what you gents are referring to.
You didn't enter answer in the form of a question. No. Darts, thank you for joining us and trying to keep us somewhat on the rails, maybe.
You know, you can only do so much, but it was a pleasure to be here as always.
Dudes, I'm sorry to say this, but the Magic 8 Ball kept us more on track than Dart did.
I haven't thanked the Magic 8 Ball yet, Andy. And
My bad.
You just stole its thunder, so
Did
unfortunately.
I really, though? I gave it mad accolades and props. I think I made it better.
I agree.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Dudes.
Wow, every day was like that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Amazing show as always, as we always do here at RGV, and pulling out all the stops of all of the interesting sites, as well as the who would have ever thought about that interesting site, because you would never know. And hopefully a lot more coming up. A lot dropped this week, so I'm hoping for a lot more. We're going to be watching those lawsuits, and we'll be watching hopefully for a launch this week.
And I believe Matt already dropped. Thank you, RGV, and Six Strings Silverstones.
6 Silverstones, yes.
Yep, and everybody else who helped with the sausage making. And yeah.
Alex, a special thanks to you as well for hosting today. It's always a blast when you host. It's always fun to talk to you, to Darth, to Event Dudes, to PK, to Alaska Space, to Chrome Kiwi, to Vash, to everybody. So DMHMT, you're included as well. So it is an amazing show when all of us participate. Thomas, who we haven't seen in forever. Todd, who comes in as well. I'm sure he's driving home. Matt from Japan. Martin from England. It's just a blast. And you guys make it just fabulous. Everybody in chat, Yazada, everybody. Brian Aries, Texas Big. I forgot the last part of his name. everybody. So thank you guys all for always participating, always donating, always enjoying, always sharing your knowledge, and always making it fun. It's just
And
amazing.
just like where he
Thank you.
hails from, you forgot New Zealand, Kiwi Chrome.
I didn't. I said Kiwi.
Oh, you did? Sorry, my
I
bad.
did.
I was.
That's okay.
Oh, the
Thanks for
Okay.
trying to steal my thunder,
Love
though,
the
friend.
love.
Mauricio, this wouldn't be possible without you. So as always, thank you. And with that, I
Yeah.
guess we say love,
I say
peace, and
thank you to
chopstick rail
everybody.
grease. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say thank you to everybody that joined us today and towards these live stream and everybody helping out here. Alex, you named everybody here. So thanks everybody for watching. And hopefully I'm still trying to figure out the whole we gotta figure out a drive-by just doesn't sound PG. So I think we should change that up a little bit. But we're still thinking about either doing it early in the morning or after the closure, but that's gonna be too late. So we're still trying to figure out how we're gonna do it, but it's more than likely gonna be morning. We'll post it. Back to you, Indy.
So keep your eye on Patreon Lounge. If you're not a member, you should become a member because that's where all this information with links will be posted. So Patreon Lounge, Patreon updates, that's where Mauricio puts everything, flyover schedules. So just keep an eye on those and you'll get to know when the streams are and you'll get a link as well. Other than that, we'll say love, peace, and chopstick rail grease. See ya.